Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Fail PG. As usual, I am the Mighty Mage, and tonight with us we have Ross the Boss, the Goat.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I won't fall asleep, I promise.
We don't believe you. And Surge.
I was going to skip mines at first, but I thought, fuck it.
Yeah, to be fair, people really don't want to see Surge, but we have to include you for completeness.
I mean, if we're being real honest, I don't want to see me.
Hello.
Yeah. So, we'll try and keep things interesting enough that Goat doesn't fall asleep this time. No promises.
But we got attacked by a serpent. How do you fall asleep in the middle of being attacked by a serpent?
I think I fell asleep before the serpent attack, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey guys, who am I? Who am I?
I mean, your hood's not tied up, so.
Oh God, God made me do everything. My God.
There we go. What's the name of the kid from A Christmas Story who's all bundled up in the jacket with a little? That's who you are.
Oh, I was gonna say Kenny from South Park.
That too.
Okay, back to the cheese hat. Yeah. What is that?
Cheese head.
Yeah.
Now I need to make a note that if we encounter any more creatures in today's episode, they're going to eat Stryker first because he's got a cheese head.
Dang. Well, I had this hat since college?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it since
Good
actually
old
no, I
CCD.
think longer. I think longer than that.
Has it been
No,
longer than
no. Since 2008, I think I had this hat.
So, for the record, folks, what he's saying is he's really old. You can
I
see
got a
that
lot of
in the
wisdom.
gray.
Got a lot of wisdom right here.
Uh-huh.
That's not from wisdom, that's from stress.
How
Or
many
it could
kids do you
be,
have now?
or it could be. I got all this from something else.
You mean
but yeah,
all
this
eight?
person-
You mean all 18 of his kids?
18? Where's 18? I like 18.
Don't scare him like that.
We wasn't talking
That
about the
arm's
waifu
right
supreme
here.
from DBZ.
Oh, okay. Oh. Shalom.
Is that German?
I don't know.
If it was, Mikey, could you translate?
I believe it said, time to get shit-faced, go fuck yourselves.
Sounds right.
That's right there.
And with that, are you all ready to dive back into this nonsense that you've created?
Let's do this.
The nonsense of your own making.
Maybe we'll die today.
Mostly Striker.
Maybe they'll die today.
Ronnie's made an awful lot of nonsense in this campaign. Let's be fair. Stryker's made plenty, but so's Ronnie. How many times has Ronnie picked a fight with somebody she didn't necessarily have to pick a fight with?
Over pride or something.
Right.
Hasn't happened as much as you would think, though. The majority of those counts are actually all Striker, and he actually starts those.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, look, go back and watch the tapes. You guys aren't the ones editing them. I am.
A likely story. Folks, down in the comments, feel free to tally up how many times you think Ronnie started shit with no reason.
A lot.
I want to see the poll results.
I mean, I can say that there's at least 4 different occasions where she's absolutely done that with somebody she did not need to. That includes Atana, like twice.
Only twice.
Surprisingly.
About the backstories. I'm pretty sure there's more than this.
Well, last time on Dragon Ball Z, y'all took the wonderful Dainty Prince, your favoriteest ship in the whole campaign, back to Lagash, narrowly avoided getting eaten by a sea serpent, and finished up on the docks in the on the edge of the market district. What are you doing? Oh yeah, I think it's worth mentioning last time You passed through the area where you were expecting to see the Uruk blockade, and it wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were almost eaten by a sea serpent. So, now you're back at the docks. The Uruk blockade fleet, what's left of it, is berthed a few piers down from where the Dainty Prince pulled up. Some of the ships look like they've had large chunks taken out of them. Several of them are missing large portions of their rigging or sails. One of them has no masts to speak of. One of them seems like it's just missing a whole section of its aft hull. Almost like something came in and scooped it up.
And immediately realizing all this, Ronnie is looking for the one captain that she remembers from the blockade, the guy that she locked eyes with.
Give me a 12 side for perception.
Tis a 7.
You look around, but from your vantage point, you don't see anybody, any crew members or officers who look familiar to you. There is a frenzy of activity swarming around the ships, but it looks like mostly dock workers, maybe carpenters, people trying to effect repairs. There are a bunch of soldiers scrambling about, but with all the mayhem going on, you don't recognize anybody.
Okay. I'm going to see, because I just have this feeling. Ronnie's going to look in that crowd of soldiers spinning around and see if she sees either Cade or what's the other guy's name? Kurt.
All right, give me another 12.
Because she just
Striker
has a
and
feeling
Noel, what
that
are you guys
one or
doing?
two of them are there. Oh, that's an 8.
Striker, what are you doing?
I'm just looking over there, just trying to figure out.
You still have Noel on your shoulders, right?
You woke him up and sort of half carried him down the gangplank.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there looking like, that shit looks familiar. I wonder if my old friend is on there. Same thing, the captain. So I'm like, we had some good times. So I start looking too to see if I can see him.
All right, you also give me a 12. Noel, you're sort of groggily coming to, noticing now that you're being half carried by Stryker standing on the docks.
Because your hands are so heavy, I got a 2. God damn it, I can't even see. God damn it.
Oh man, that was a good nap.
Come on, man.
Damn, Striker, why you lifting me? Why you carrying me?
Somebody, I thought you was knocked out because a serpent almost ate your ass.
Oh no!
Did you pee yourself? Did you piss yourself?
You guys look fine. Did that really happen?
First one into a fight, but as soon as the serpent comes, you pass the fuck out. God.
Hey, Striker, you mind putting me down?
All right, cool. Maybe I can go back and look and see if I can see my friend. Yeah, God damn. Maybe I have a better time.
I say good looking, Striker. Thanks for taking care of me, I guess.
As all this nonsense is going on behind you, Ronnie, you look again to see if you see any familiar faces from the Lagash garrison, but you don't spot Cade or Kurt or any of the other guards that you immediately recognize.
All right.
To be fair, Captain Neural parked you guys basically on the very end of the dock, as far away from the authorities as possible. He is a smuggler, after all.
Makes sense. So Ronnie looks up to Neural, and thanks for the lift, Captain. We'll be sure to pay you back properly next time if we make it through all this.
Oi, good luck, lassie. Try not to get yourself killed, love.
You be careful on your way back.
Oh, don't you worry. I think now that the lot of you is off me decks, I shouldn't have any more problems with them serpents.
Yeah, especially when Striker off. I don't know what the hell it is, but apparently they're attracted to the guy.
Well, I suppose he had to have a type of some sort.
Makes sense.
I'll call somebody, see if I can hear this.
I mean,
yeah,
you're still technically right there on the fucking
You're right
dock.
there.
Right
You're
there.
at the end of the gangplank.
And I turn around and I go, at least I can get some.
And the captain takes off his hat and bows with a flourish.
He's like, that's what I thought.
The minute you try to storm off, you just feel a hand grab the back of your shoulder. No, we're sticking together for this one. We need to go see Burke and Lady Atana immediately.
All right, let's go.
All right, you guys are gonna set off. Anybody remember how to get there?
Hell no.
I remember that the castle, if it could be called that, was just a bit at the top of a hill from where the docks was. So
I just remember a barrel for some reason, but I know it wasn't here.
Roll 12 side for intelligence to see if you can remember your way back.
Say again. You kind of broke up a little bit.
Sorry about that. Roll a 12 side for intelligence to see if you can remember the way back.
All right. Should we all be rolling or?
Well, whoever's going to take lead.
Well, I'm going to help him just in case. I'm like, maybe it's this way. So I'm rolling too.
I guess I'll take a roll.
I'm depending on you. I hit a 6 this time.
And I hit
with my intelligence modifier, that's only a +1, so only 7.
I hit a 10, so that's 9.
Beautiful.
Ronnie, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, never mind.
What you get?
I didn't roll yet. 1 second. You know what? My roll, I got a 1.
Oh my goodness. Noel turns and starts walking out towards the river to the wrong side of the pier. And Ronnie, you have to grab him and turn him around.
Did he get a concussion when he fell?
Are you still drunk?
Clearly he's still asleep.
All right, it's time for you to wake up, Powdy.
You with a hand on Noel's shoulder, you kind of march towards the end of the dock, and you get to the end, and you look around, hands on your hips, like, it's that way, right? And then Stryker, you kind of pat Ronnie on the shoulder and start walking towards the center of the city.
Ronnie's just like, I'm loopy right now. It's too many towns be jumping lately.
It's okay. It's okay. I've been to a mall plenty of times, and I escaped from the mall plenty of times. I mean, let's go.
To be fair, it has been more than a month since you guys have been to Lagash.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe not quite so long for Ronnie, because she left after you guys did.
Yeah.
Close to a month for Ronnie, more than a month for the two of you.
All right, so let's go. Let's get this over and done with, so we can hopefully get on our way and save the world.
You guys hot foot through the market district, and you see the gentle mound of the hill ahead, and the rather modest palace, if you could call it a palace, in the center. Now, having been to major cities like Murad and Kish, and having seen real big buildings, this is really not that impressive.
Question. As we're strolling through, and this is because it's been a while, and the last Ronnie was there, people were becoming a little more engaging. What is the atmosphere like now as we pass through?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Give me a 12 side for perception.
Aha! That was a 9 that time.
So, Ronnie, as you're following Stryker through the streets, you're glancing every which way, listening to the people as you pass by. The streets are not packed, but there is a decent amount of foot traffic, a decent number of people milling to and fro. But the feeling, the overall sensation is tense. You would describe it as like people are maybe apprehensive, wound up, expecting something but not sure what they're supposed to be expecting. People sort of speak in low murmurs and glance furtively around as they are hustling to and fro. You see groups of soldiers, sometimes in groups of 2, sometimes in groups of 20, marching or rushing up and down side streets and alleys. Sometimes they're carrying things, sometimes escorting people, always with a sense of purpose and always with that feel of tension.
looks like our information could be a little bit too late. Guess we'll find out when we get there, boys.
God dang it! I might have to get a new mic soon.
Uh-oh. That one not staying in place?
No, I mean it's still good, but I don't like the way the button on here is acting. I don't want it to accidentally just mute myself without me touching it. So I'm just gonna leave it alone right now.
I may have a suggestion for you after recording.
Okay.
Well, you guys continue on through the market district into the central square, into the palace grounds, past the low wall that rings the area. Near the temples, you can see much less activity, and the palace in the center, ringed by guards as it usually is, but not really any unusual activity that you can see at this level.
Okay.
Move to approach.
I was gonna say, yep. Let's just keep on going. And...
Yeah, let's keep going.
You guys approach, and somebody flip me a coin.
I gotcha.
I got it. Oh, never mind. You got it.
So, as per usual, 100 side is heads, tails is the ship. And we have heads.
As you guys approach the main entrance to the palace, you see a familiar face standing guard. And as you get closer, he leans forward a bit, squints at you, and cracks a big smile. "Hey, Striker! No buddies!" And throws his spear and his shield down, and Hal surges forward, basically leaps on the two of you guys in a bear hug. Good to see you guys!
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Man, I thought I could go years without seeing your face. Apparently, I was wrong. Joking. Dark humor. Like, I'm just messing with you.
And he grabs you, Nolan, ruffles your hair. Where the hell have you guys been?
Long story.
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me sometime. I thought you guys were dead. I was really hoping I was wrong. I'm glad to see I was wrong.
Ronnie just gently places her hand on Hal's shoulder.
Oh, hey, Ronnie. Good to see you, too.
I wish we were here under better circumstances. Tell me that Burke and Etana are both in there.
Oh, yeah, they are. They've been up there for days.
Good. We need to report.
They are.
Oh, boy. You guys know something about what happened?
We may have a clue.
All right, well, I'll take you up there straight away. Hey, come on, let's unlock the door, let him in. And he rushes and picks up his gear and motions for you guys to follow him. His buddy opens the doors for you.
Ronnie, semi-remembering protocol, immediately takes her weapons, puts them at the door.
All right, you guys. So Ronnie's dropping her weapons off. Striker, are you doing the same? You keeping them?
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Just taking my weapons off. I was like, no, we ain't gonna do this again.
Noel, I suppose you're in a unique position since you are an Uruk guard. You don't necessarily have to remove your weapons if you don't want to.
I keep mine on.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Hal motions you guys to follow, and you guys follow him into the building, and then up the flight of stairs to the second floor where you remember Etana's offices being. And quickly march down the hallway into the little the entrance area in front of her door, where another group of 4 guards is standing at attention. 2 on either side of the door, 2 on the wall opposite. They all turn to look at you. One even starts to heft his spear, but as soon as they notice Hal is in the lead and you're all following him, they kind of relax. And Hal goes up to one of the guards at the door, and they exchange a tense whisper, and the guard nods, and Hal turns to you guys. He says, "Oh, wait one moment. I'll be right back." He pops open the door a little bit, sticks his head in, steps inside. You can hear some muttering, murmuring through the door, and then a moment later the doors are pulled open wide, and Hal motions you guys in. As you guys step in, there are perhaps half a dozen people in there. Oh yeah, he's there.
Yes.
Yes, he's there. There's a half dozen people in the room besides Atana and Burke. Deus is one of them. There are another 2 guards that you don't recognize. Kurtzson is in there as well.
Yes.
He's got an extra new insignia of rank on his shoulder. Looks like he got promoted in your absence. And then, of course, Burke and Atana. Atana is standing behind her desk. There are maps and papers and stuff strewn all across it. There are even more papers strewn on a small table in the corner of the room. It looks like some of the other people are like couriers or guardsmen who are serving as couriers at the moment. And everybody looks up to see you guys as you walk in. It's so quiet for a moment that a pin could drop.
Ronnie doesn't even pay any attention to any of this. She just immediately goes and approaches both Burke and Atana.
She's doing that. I just pull out a little pin and go.
The minute she hears the pin drop, she turns and looks at Stryker and shoots him a death glare. This is serious. Can you be serious for 2 seconds?
I was serious. I don't know why the hell everybody being so goddamn quiet. God damn.
Atana kind of stands up straight, and she regards the 3 of you for a moment, and then with a wave of her hand, dismisses everybody except Deus and Burke, who all leave the room and close the doors behind you. And she looks at the 3 of you studiously for a moment, and then turns to Noel. Corporal with a spoot. Step forward.
I forgot that's how she said it.
Okay.
I didn't.
I stepped forward.
I stepped forward.
And I do a little like kind of like cheeky curtsying like how can I serve you?
Curtsy.
Curtsy.
A curtsy instead of a bow. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's fabulous. I got to roll something for that. Give me a second here. All right.
Can I roll to see if I bust out laughing after this?
I mean, you don't have to roll for that. You can if you wish.
I guess go.
Okay, I really do think he may have caught some sort of brain damage. I'm
He was thinking
genuinely
the same
concerned.
Yeah. His eyes narrow at the curtsy and Stryker's suppressed giggle. And she says, I ordered you to Marad to look into some trivial document that their priests had claimed to have. And now you come back here a few days after my entire fleet was destroyed by mysterious people going toward Marad. What happened?
Oh, no,
Wow,
not you, Ronnie. You don't talk.
Ronnie doesn't say anything. She just kind of puts her head down and kind of grips her hands at her side, trying not to say anything.
It's a weird series of events.
I'm like, God damn, please let one of us talk. Please let one of us talk. You hear me muttering.
You know what? It'd be better if Stryker there.
No, I hear the story from you.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
And Atana raises the finger, and Burke turns to Stryker, who's kind of muttering all of this, and he actually pops his short sword out from its scabbard just a little bit, warningly.
and I look him up and down. Like,
Ronnie still has her head down. She can see all this happening, but she knows she can't say a word. She doesn't want to screw this moment up. She's counting on Noel to not fuck up.
I put my hood on. I was like, "Well, my hood on."
Priestess, it wasn't necessarily our fault. It was things happened, and and we went a few unplanned, detours. The ship, it's none of our fault that.
And Atana leans forward a little bit, puts her hands on the desk. You can tell that she's radiating just barely suppressed anger. Mm-hmm. What exactly are we dealing with?
Uh, a, a very powerful force.
Tell
Something.
me something I don't know.
Well, this is not. We didn't get wiped out by like another fleet. It was by this. It's hard to believe a man with, I believe, has this great power that changes the environment around them and causes this warp hole, and the ship. I know I sound ridiculous, but like it made the ship disappear and things happen.
You're saying that whoever destroyed my fleet was a world shaper?
Ronnie just coughs it up. Worse. Have you ever heard of a void stone?
A what?
And then she looks over her shoulder to Stryker and just...
And I go... And then you see the little grin face and all that, my little happy, little giddy, and become real serious. Go. And I walk up. A void stone. We dealt with this once before. Luckily, a couple of us survived it. And now there's another one, apparently.
And Atana stands back up straight, clasps her hands behind her back. So, this is what you faced a few years ago.
Yes. Or whatever they say back in those days.
By the goddess, this is worse than I feared. Who obtained this void stone, and how did they obtain this? You destroyed the last one, yes?
We thought there was a last one, but apparently there are more out there.
Oh, these things you say. How did they get this?
We don't know.
And Ronnie immediately looks at Noel. We do know.
I say, don't be lying to her. She can tell.
Well, in Noel's defense, he doesn't know anyway. That's a conversation between Stryker and Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We found it. We left it, and somebody else got it.
You found it, but I sent the two of you to retrieve some scroll from the Maran archives.
How did this turn into
a stone?
Can I tell the whole story now? By your grace, can I tell the whole story?
Abbreviate it.
Okay, so we went to go get the document described, like you said. Yeah, okay. We got it prescribed and all that little jazz. But then somebody else found out what it was about. So instead of killing us, they wanted us to, I'm gonna say, find it. What they're looking for, and then a bunch of other people, contracts, and stuff like that. And if we didn't find it, we was gonna die. And now we're here. I was gonna say it pretty much abbreviated like that.
So I send you to retrieve some trivial scroll, and you go off on your own volition and retrieve an ancient artifact of terrible evil. Is that correct? Can I understand it?
Not on our own. It was more of...
They were forced to.
Yeah. They captured one of our friends. And if we didn't do it, they was going to kill her and us.
At that point, you notice Deus standing off to one side, visibly stiffen. Her? Who's her?
And for the first time, you see Ronnie look like she just caught the chills.
And I don't even want to look that way, because I see his hand on his sword.
You see Burke's hand with a sword. I don't think you ever saw Deus do it.
No, trust me, I can see out the corner of my eye. He's got his hand on something. It ain't his sword. It's something in his hand.
He still has that skeleton hand that he was using to bludgeon people with in the last campaign. So
That is true.
So I go, before, and I'm like, and I said, "Re, cool."
Who?
First, the Assassins Guild had it over there, at her, and now what's his name again, Ronnie? Who has him?
Tiamat.
Yeah.
Tiamat.
Well, so he says he has her, but he couldn't confirm.
When I get my hands on him, he starts to describe what he's going to do to Tiamat, but Atana raises a hand again, and Deus, surprisingly, falls silent. After these people destroyed my fleet, sentries along the harbor to Lagash reported them sailing for Murad. They have been there for a few days now, I would suspect.
We're heading there next.
You think to retrieve the stone from them, yes?
Oh, I plan to do more than that.
Just the three of you?
That's why we came.
There was a fourth.
Don't you start. Don't bring up other dead people.
He was my friend.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
The dead have no more place among the living. What exactly did you have planned?
We were going to ask, possibly, one final favor from you, priestess. A boat with a few good men for one final raid.
Everybody, roll 12 sides for persuasion.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh. I am not doing
I got
too
a
good
9.
with that today.
I got a 9.
I rolled a 2, so here we go. All on you right now, buddy.
I got an 8.
All right,
Okay, it's on the
Striker
two
and
of
Noel
you.
have the potential rolls. Itana shakes her head. One boat and a few good men. You can't be serious.
Well, there's a reason. You see, Burke, I got that information for you, too.
Burke sheathes his sword the rest of the way and glances at in your direction, Ronnie. That being?
That lady on that piece of paper ordered more than enough to blow holes in this entire city and then some.
Oh, the explosive powder. Yes.
Yeah.
And he glances at Atana for a moment, and Atana gives a curt nod. We retrieved a number of barrels from a few bandit raids after you left. They had quite a stockpile, but it's in our control now.
It's probably not all of it. Just continue searching. Find them all. Eliminate them all.
What does this have to do with a boat and a few good men?
Simple. Can't be fighting two fronts half-half, right? Put your best on the front, keep a well-good littery here, and take care of the rest. Because the minute they see that there's too many people missing, I'm pretty sure they'll take advantage.
Etana nods slowly, but looks to Stryker and Noel. And what are you thinking about this plan?
I think this is sound. We do need backup and a ship. So realistically, to get this done, we need what she asked for.
The two of you have been in this situation before. You have faced someone with this kind of power before. Do you really think this will be enough? Are you sure?
If it's not a direct attack and we plan accordingly and we catch them by surprise, then yes. A direct attack most likely be our demise because, too powerful. But if we catch them off guard.
As he's saying this stuff, I'm just going like, now you finally say something smart.
I was like, why you so? I'm like, why you so surprised? I'm like, I'm striker's looking around. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I go like, look, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to save that Frank. And we have to be smart. We have to be strong.
We definitely have to be smart about this one.
And we have to be fast. Like you said, it's been a couple days. They could already be ready to leave out and come over here or anywhere.
Katana turns to Burke. We do have a ship, yes? And Burke nods. Very well. I give you 20 men. Myself and Burke. We take our fastest cutter ship.
What? You say
You did not think I would let you go into this by yourselves, did you?
Hey,
Princess, I hate to agree with Stryker, but that is not a good idea.
She raises a hand. It's like, I have decided.
And I go, I'm like,
it has been spoken, it has been written, now it will be done, right?
That's right.
No, shut up.
Ronnie looks up at her. You sure you want to put yourself in this position?
And at that, Atana actually smiles slightly. My dear, I am the most powerful world shaper you will ever meet. I will go toe-to-toe with these guys. She flexes her shoulders a little bit.
And I go, if you are going...
You're too arrogant.
No, shut up. I was like, if you are going, lay my life down for you.
Color me impressed. And also, officially, your vanguard, maybe. If that's the case. Any issue with that, Captain Burke?
Burke nods very formally, but you can see there's a hint of a smile at the corner of his lips. Itana then turns to Deus. I want 5 of your best assassins on this mission to accompany us. And Deus thumps fist to heart. And then, as he's about to go, she adds, and find this girl, this Tiamat has. I would not have any of my men held up to blackmail over this. And you can see a grin just sort of cross Deus's lips as he nods and then leaves the room.
And as Deus is going out the door, when you find him, make sure as you're having his eyeballs plucked out, you let him know that Ronnie says hi.
My pleasure.
Deus, bring her home.
I asked Burke, hey, did you get any, did my wife send you letters or something?
Burke looks... raises an eyebrow at this.
Come on, I was trying to be a serious moment.
That doesn't seem like very appropriate for the moment, Corporal.
Okay.
But
but I'm worried about it. I'm just.
Well, she did send a couple of letters asking if you would be returning to the city anytime soon. I told her that I didn't know when you would return, and she assured me that everything was fine, and that was fine, and just to warn her before you returned. I'm not sure why.
Wait, what was the last part?
I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I have a month and a half of back pay for you, Corporal. Make sure that you see the bursar at the end of our visit here.
Okay.
And Itana actually turns back to you guys at that remark. That yes, that is a good point. And she claps her hands. The doors open and Hal steps back in. Captain Larson, Take these people to the bazaar and see that each one receives 500 gold for whatever equipment they might need for the upcoming battle. Then summon the battalions.
And Ronnie thinks about it for a minute. Princess, I might need you to come with me.
Priestess, not princess. And where exactly am I going with you?
We need to talk about something on the way. But we're going to go see my uncle.
Oh yeah, let's go see her uncle.
And who is your uncle?
Oh,
He's awesome.
He's the blacksmith here.
Oh, he's the one that makes them crooked weapons.
Aye, but I think there's something we're going to need him to make for us.
She looks at some of the papers around. If this is a short visit, very well. Commander, let's go. And the commander, fist to chest salute, and falls in behind you. And as you guys prepare to move out, the guards out in the hallway form up around you. Or Striker, did you have anything to add before you guys leave Atana's office?
No, as long as we get our gold on the way out, I'm cool with it.
Wait. Is it 500 for all of us or 500 each?
Each.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Which reminds me, I should probably
So let's walk out and just pat it in my hand.
Well, Hal takes the lead, and you guys start marching down the stairs, which is a bit awkward for how many people are going all at once, but you manage it. But instead of going outside, first Hal makes a turn deeper into the structure, and you go through some of the hallways that you recall from the siege led to offices, and stops you outside of a rather drab-looking office where you can hear the clinking of metal inside. And Commander Burke steps forward, pokes his head into the office, and a moment later, a hunched-over little guy who is wider than he is tall comes out with an actual, literal chest of gold. Stumps over, barely able to carry this thing. And Burke starts picking up sacks of gold and hands 5 sacks of 100 to Stryker, and 5 sacks of 100 to Ronnie, and 5 sacks of 100 to Noel. And then Noel, give me a second. I gotta remember what your daily rate was here.
Oh, plus that? Oh, nice.
Yeah, you got a month and a half of back pay, so.
And how much is that a soldier?
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up.
I had my keyboard. I was sitting there with my other keyboard, sitting there pressing buttons like, why isn't it typing anything? I forgot to plug it in.
Oh, wait, really? And Noel owes me some money, so yeah, hold up.
Oh, yeah, how much
That is a thing.
Wait, how much I owe you?
I don't even know anymore, man.
He paid for your whole armor set to get made, and if I remember correctly, that was something like close to 100 gold.
Was it? Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. The scale one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he helped me get my weapons, like my.
Yeah. So there's that, and then there's him paying for your food expense when you guys got to Murad. The multiple drinks he paid for throughout the adventure.
Just give me an even 150. I'll let the rest slide.
All right. 1 second. After he gives me my money, I'll give it to him.
Okay, I've got the rate now. It was 2 silver pieces a day.
So 2 silver over the course of 90, a month and a half.
So that's 9 additional gold pieces. And he plucks 9 additional gold pieces and adds them to the stack of 500, as if that makes a huge difference. All right, so make sure, Noel, that you're marking this all down correctly. So who are you paying back for the armor?
And I gave Stryker 150 of it, so that's I'm retarded.
All right, so do
509 minus 150.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, honestly, add in whatever gold you got left first.
Add 3 gold, so I have 512 now minus 150. That's what I have now.
Okay.
So 362 is your ending total. And what did you say, Serge?
Oh no. Totally forgot now.
Sorry,
He
I
failed.
was doing math, so I didn't hear you.
He failed at math. He failed at math.
It's math, man. Everybody fails at math.
Not if you got the nuggets.
Even the engineer fails at math. This is why we have calculators.
Yes. But you are right. If you're doing right at math, you get your fish nugget, and then you continue to go on to the moon.
Yes.
That's right.
Statements made by Mr. Tesla.
Oh yeah. Got your broccoli nuggets, your fish nuggets.
Your chicken nuggets.
He rarely said chicken nuggets though. He said every type of nugget, but
Yeah, everything but chicken.
It's like, come on. All right, so we get the gold.
You got your gold. Once everything's been dispersed, Hal turns around and y'all start heading out back to the market district.
Don't forget to add the 150 to your total, Striker.
I got it.
Okay. How much you have? How much gold you have now? I'm sorry.
651.
Okay.
I'm at 581.
Okay, all right. Everybody's pretty well off.
I'd be more well off if I wasn't paying for the two of these doofuses throughout the event.
Well, you can't hold it too hard against Noel because, he's living off of a soldier's salary and didn't have an opportunity to collect it for like the last 2 months. So
I hold it against him because of the way he spent his money when he got it before the adventure started.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, there's no direct deposit via Owl. Oh my God, what year is this?
Owl deposit, I love it.
Please tell me that becomes a thing in lore now.
He gets your scent, and it just follows your scent, and it just like drops. It just drops your money.
But it only works within the city of Uruk.
Like,
it's short-range courier system.
That's hilarious.
Owl
deposit, I love it.
Yeah, when they first inscribe you, you want Owl's deposit, or you want paid straight up.
As you guys are walking towards the market district, Etana steps up alongside you, Ronnie. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
We might be needing to do this. And Ronnie opens up the pouch that belonged to Sir Regios and shows her the dragon scales inside.
She reaches in and pulls one out. What are you planning to do with these?
When we get to my uncle's place, I'll show you. And I'm going to ask him to let you borrow something. Considering the situation, he might be prone to say yes.
She puts the scale back in the pouch and just nods, waiting to see what Uncle Arak is going to say. You guys march across the market district and through the little windy, twisty roads and back alleys until you come across the little cottage back up against the wall with its crooked door and its crooked windows and its crooked roof and its crooked chimney and the crooked smoke coming out of the crooked chimney. And you can hear already, although it's still fairly early in the morning, Uncle Arak is banging away on something inside. And Hal stops outside and looks around a little bit dubiously at you, Ronnie.
You know, the axe that I've been using to decapitate people with, Hal.
Eh?
Yep.
All right. Okay. And he looks at Stryker and Noel. They're not carrying any crooked weapons, though.
Yeah, they got that out of the place where we ended up finding the Void Stone, that huge one-handed Swizer, and the bow that he's currently carrying. I don't know if you realized it, but that's not the original bow he had.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. Bows all kind of look the same to me. I'm much more of a spear and shield guy.
I give him a look and like, okay. Bows look alike.
Not to be racist against bows, I don't have any problem with bows. I know some really good people who are archers.
Yes, all of your best friends are archers.
He's like, my cousin's married to an archer.
Yeah, I think I seen the archer come out of your wife's place. No.
They're probably asking for me. I don't know.
Sure, no. Sure.
Sure. Getting one of your wife's top level massages.
That's appreciated. So I do this real quick while we're walking. I go, have you ever seen a bow like this?
Atana looks at it, grabs it out your hand, turns it over. You have put some sort of enchantment on this.
The person who had it used it because they were trying to claim themselves to be a dragon slayer. A lot of good that did them.
Well, this would be modestly effective at slaying dragons, I would think. And she hands it back to you.
Thank you.
Nasty bit of recoil on it, though.
Oh, I can handle it. And I give a nice little grin, like, like you.
Ronnie
For some reason, I doubt that.
Ronnie puts her hand on the door, begins to turn a knob, and you see her just, for a moment, it looks like for some reason she might have started hyperventilating for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just see her close her eyes and then push the door open and walks right through.
As usual, it's hazy and smoky inside. Uncle Eric is over by the forge, beating on a piece of glowing metal on his anvil. He looks up as you open the door and grins that huge, toothless grin. Ronnie! Ronnie, darling, it's good to see you again.
Ronnie doesn't even say anything. She literally just guns over to him and just straight picks up and bear hugs him.
So you pick him up and bear hug him, and then he picks you up and bear hugs you.
Uncle Eric.
What's wrong now, dearie? You don't seem like quite yourself.
And
he looks past you through the door. Well, who'd you bring to me? Come on in then, and I'll see ya. And Hal and Burke and Atana all stride in. Striker, Noel, are you going into the shop too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Why not? Let me see what crooked wares he has.
Everything. All the wares.
Yeah.
Very crooked.
Wait, what? Hey, remember that? Wait, that wasn't the main town. Where was that big, tough, burly blacksmith? What town was he in?
He's in the same one.
But
I need to go.
He's a bit down the way.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go see him. I like his stuff.
Yeah. That's the reason why you're broke in the first place. Have at it.
Hey, he makes quality stuff. It's quality.
You're gonna head down to the other.
I think all those. I think all those dead people that Ronnie has left, including our dear friend Mogra, can definitely vouch for the quality of Uncle Eric's stuff.
Yeah, but
to be fair, a lot of the work done on Mogra was our boy Noel here holding her in place with that Zweihander.
To also be fair, that was only possible because she was flirting with him instead of trying to kill him like she tried to kill everyone else.
Hey, you got to use all the skills in your toolkit.
Yeah, right.
So Noel, you're gonna bow out and head towards the other blacksmith in the market district.
I go, no offense, Uncle.
And he sort of cocks a bushy eyebrow at you, but he's more interested in Burke and Atana, and so kind of just waves you off as you head out. We'll come back to you in a moment.
Ronnie takes a moment and kind of composes herself in the middle of this.
Burke and Atana for a moment, and then looks back to you, Ronnie.
Uncle Eric, this is Captain Burke of the Uruk Army. He's the guy who's been giving me all the work that I've had so far.
I know him.
Yeah, you did me a solid by lending them all those spears for that ambush.
I find bit of work that was.
Yeah, it was. And this here is the priestess Lady Atana.
I know her as well.
Uncle
Eric, I can say I'm surprised to see them both in my shop. What'd you bring them here for?
Uncle Eric, I got it, but... And she pulls out the bag and opens it up and starts dumping out all the dragging scales.
I'll show you did, lassie.
But it came at a horrible price.
What's the matter?
I'll talk to you about it in detail later, but for now, I ask a favor. I need you to give her Ma's armor. Consider it,
Her?
consider it a loan. For now.
He staggers back a couple paces and runs his hand through his thinning hair. It's an awfully tall ask for you, my dearie.
And I wouldn't ask it if it wasn't so serious. But trust me, for what we're about to deal with next, we're gonna need that and what I ask you to do with these.
Serious. All right. I'll tell you what, the drawings for your suit of armor are over in the cabinet over there. Why don't you go take a look at them and start marking up what you like and don't like, and I'll take care of her ladyship here. And he stumps over to Atana, who's been sort of regarding everything in the shop at this point with a mixture of bemusement and doubt, because, of course, everything is crooked. And he starts gesturing for her to follow him over towards the armory closet with Burke close behind. Stryker, what are you doing during all this?
I'm contemplating.
Contemplating.
I'm looking at my stuff in my sack. I said, I got like 20 scales, serpent scales. I got some dragon scales, and those assorted feathers. I was going, I wonder if you can make some armor from the scales. A couple arrow tips from the dragon scales. And I was like, how strong is these feathers? I'll take one of the feathers and see how strong. Is it like easily like these feathers are dragon feathers?
Are you doing this right out in the open?
No, I'm doing it inside of the thing.
No, that's what I mean. Are you doing this right out in the open, or have you gone over to the side trying to like conceal what you're doing?
Oh no, I'm over at the side.
Okay.
All right.
Take one of the feathers and try to bend it and say, this is actually kind of strong.
Yeah, it doesn't bend very well. You put a lot of force behind it, and it springs, like it will bend. As soon as you take the force off, it springs right back to where it was. It's way stronger than any feather you've ever seen. Stronger than some wooden shafts for arrows that you've seen.
Ronnie grabs the drawings and then walks towards the armory closet because she's like, I can't wait to see her reaction to to Mom's old armor.
Noel, you've bowed out of the Uncle Arek's shop and nodded to the soldiers who are sort of standing outside, eyeing the place dubiously. And as you make to leave, several of them nod like, yeah, I would too if I were you. This place looks really suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And you head back to the marketplace. Mm-hmm. Give me a 12 side to see if you remember where the other blacksmith shop is.
I got a 12.
Oh yeah, you.
I bet he does remember where that place is at.
You make a beeline straight across the market district towards the other smithy, and there you can see the shop and the really big man who you want to say his name was Durrell. It's one of those threes. One of those three. Really big guy. Shoulders that could put shame to a tree. Beating away on his outdoor forge. And then you approach. He doesn't acknowledge you at first. But he's banging away on something.
He's the one who made my scale armor, right? Was it him?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's where you got it from.
Oh, okay.
Might be.
Well, yeah, I gave him the scale, and then he tempered my spear. Oh yeah, I remember. I walk up to him, like, hey, you remember me?
Nope, can't say that I do.
You remember? He's like, you remember the scale armor? Remember? Remember?
Yeah, it looks like my work. And he looks at the spear. Yeah, it looks like my work too.
Hey, he does it. He improves weapons, right? He does that, right?
He can improve them, yes.
I take out my my two-handed sword. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this?
Not bad. Seen better.
Can you make it better?
There was a bear shit in the woods. What question is what you willing to pay?
Based on your standards, how much will it cost to make this sword to your standard?
Let me see here. Oh, need some of that and a little bit of better temper. He takes the thing from you and looks it over, rolls his thumb over the edge, checks the straightness and the length and the balance, takes a few practice swings with it. I'll take 20 gold to bring this modest weapon up to par.
Oh, okay. Deal. Let me see what else I need. Oh, you know what? I pull out Betsy. I'm like,
Betsy the cleaver.
Yeah, I know it's just a cleaver. Like, how much to make this up to par?
He takes the butcher's cleaver, looks it over, and looks back at you. It's rubbish. Start over.
Oh. All right. Hey, how much for you to make me a really high quality dagger? You know, for backup.
Well, what are you planning to do with it? You talking like a dueling dagger or like a, he looks you up and down, a serious soldier's dagger for use on the battlefield?
Yeah, serious soldier's dagger used in the battlefield. Backup weapon, something I could pull out quickly, like, you know.
That'll be a good 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, make me one, sir.
All right, so 30
And,
it's up to 30 gold. Let's see how far in he goes.
Wait, man, I'm going in. I tell him, look at my scale armor. Hey, do you think this needs a little, touch up from last time?
And he looks at it, and the fact that there are a few scratches and scrapes on it, and a little bit of rust. You clearly didn't oil it as well as you probably should have. Yeah, I can fix that up. 5 gold pieces for cleaning the rust off and shining it up. 15 if you want it to be upgraded.
Yeah, upgraded.
Upgraded then.
Oh, you think I was joking? I want this thing. All right. Let's see. I pull up my spear. I'm like, hey, is this
spear?
Up
oh no, never mind. He grabs the spear, looks it over. It'll do, I suppose. What do you want done with it?
It's good, right? Nothing. You don't think there's anything wrong with it? No.
I mean, it's a spear. Nothing wrong with it. Ain't the best of weapons. You want something to replace it? I've got some nice warhammers in the back here.
No, I'm good with the spear. Thanks anyway.
What about that shield there?
Oh yeah. What can you do with this?
And he grabs the shield and, well, it's your standard issue. Ooh, shield by the look of it. Square, wooden, thin. I'd throw it away myself, but if you want, for 20 gold pieces, I can reinforce it with some iron.
Iron.
I mean, he's reinforcing it though, so it probably won't be as heavy as you're thinking in your head because it's just reinforcement straps.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, I could replace it altogether with a steel one.
That would be heavier. Do you want me to flip a coin for you? Because you look like you're thinking about both.
That's a good plan. Yeah, let me get a Yeah, let me get the. You know what? Let me get the steel one.
All right, the steel one. He chucks the square shield aside. That'll be 35 gold pieces.
All right. 35. Hey man, come
right,
on,
you and me are right there, right?
Hey, wait,
like this
wait,
man's
come
just
on.
burning it away.
Hey, I'm going.
Let me do this correctly. Just look directly in the camera. Like, my eyes are red as hell. I'm tired as hell. God damn.
I pull up my Elven scimitar. I'm like, okay.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, hey, do you think this needs any improvement?
Noel's going for the full upgrade here, man.
Just got paid and immediately burns his money.
And he looks it around.
This is why I say that Uncle Eric's, you know.
And he actually kind of, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Oh, nice.
I can sharpen the edge for you, but there ain't much else I can do. The temper is what it is.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Let me get a simple sharpening then, if that's what.
That's just a single gold piece for the sharpening.
Okay. You said a gold piece? That's it? Okay.
Yeah, 1 gold piece to.
Okay. All right. Man, it looks like we covered everything.
How much is it all together?
Oh, 1 second. Let me add it. Unless Mikey had the calculator on him.
So, give me a second. 65, 75, 81. 81.
80, oh, 81? Okay. 81 gold altogether, brother?
That's right. 81. And
right,
come back tomorrow.
All right. I'll be back tomorrow, man. Hey, you're a pro, man.
Of course I'm a pro. That's why I'm here. Don't forget to leave everything that you want me to work on.
All right, and I leave him all the stuff. The only thing I have on me is a simple dagger, but he's already making me a better dagger, so who cares? So, let's see. Oh, you know what? I go back to Uncle and see if he can make my spear better.
You're a smart man.
You're gonna make your way back to Uncle Eric. Ronnie, we're now back to you. You were digging around in the cabinet to look at the plans for your armor.
And as I grabbed it, I also made my way over to the armory room to watch Atana's reaction when she sees the armor.
That's right. Uncle Eric opens up the chest and pulls out the cloth of metal and a few of the other pieces that were Ronnie's mother's battle raiment. There are quite a number of pieces to it, not just the cloth of metal. That's the base for it. Mm-hmm. And as he lays them all out on the table for Atana, she gazes over them and nods approvingly. You said this once belonged to your mother.
She was always a goddess in life.
This is very fine quality. And she looks up to Arik. You made this? And Uncle Arik just kind of folds his arms and smirks. It is not crooked. I am very surprised. And she looks to you again, Ronnie. I do have my own armor. Are you serious about loaning this to me for this foray of yours?
I would rather you have all the best protection you could ever have.
Very well. I will accept this gift and try to return it in the condition it was given. And she gathers up the armor with surprising care and tucks it under an arm. Was there more you needed from me? I have other duties I must attend to if we are to prepare this attack.
And Ronnie just rests her hand on Atana's shoulder. Do what you need to do. Make sure you get plenty of rest.
You don't need to talk to me as though I have never fought a battle before, my dear.
Oh, no. I'm not talking to you as someone who I don't believe has ever fought a battle. I'm talking to you as someone who I'm pretty sure is a workaholic.
And she chuckles at that and then motions for Burke, and they both march out the door to her waiting contingent, leaving you and Stryker alone with Uncle Eric.
Stryker, get in here. And as she's waiting for Stryker to walk in, she starts looking over the drawings. Can you kind of describe the way this looks? I have an idea in my head, but I want to see what the description of what it looks like is before I say what I want to say.
So, Stryker, you're looking all confused, like you were in the main room at the front of the building. Ronnie and everybody else had
I
moved
know.
to the back room.
Oh, I know. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, okay. You're talking to me like that. Like, let me figure out if I'm going to actually stay here and do this.
All right.
I'm going to go to Mr. Expensive. And I'm just like, well, all I really need. So I'm sitting there just going through my head, and I hear her telling us like, give me a second. I go, all right, I can make a nice armor like plate with the hood, you know what I'm saying? Serpent scales because it's pretty strong. Boom. I can take some of the dragon scales, make some arrowheads out of it. Take a little bit of the feathers and use them part of the come on, I know this, the arrows. Since they're really fine and since it and also test the durability while I'm sitting there. I take one of my little daggers.
Mm-hmm.
I go, let me try to see if I can cut it. And I just start seeing if I can pierce it or chop and see how strong it actually is.
Give me a 12 side for strength.
That is a 10. Plus no strength. Plus 2. A dirty 12.
Stabbing at one of the feathers, the blade is able to pierce the thin film part of the feather, although it struggles with the thicker stem. Trying to cut it, though, it actually dulls the dagger. Very, very resistant to slashing.
So I'm thinking about it. I wonder if I can incorporate this into my whole armor. So I was like, okay, let me go pick the brains of Uncle Eric. And I go, all right, now I'm coming. Then I start walking that way.
So, Ronnie, you asked me to describe the drawings, and I will attempt to do so here. But forgive me, I'm not terribly good at describing these kinds of things. There are a series of designs laid out on a couple rolls of parchment, different variations on the same theme, it looks like. The core of the design is dragon plate armor chest piece, which uses the scales as like the main part of the chest piece. And then there are a couple variations below the chest piece to cover the stomach area. Option 1 was ordinary ringmail. Option 2 was a sort of overlapping plate arrangement. Obviously, the ringmail would be lighter and more flexible. The overlapping plate arrangement would be more durable. Going down the sleeves, it had dragon scale pauldrons on the shoulders, and then more of that finely woven mail going down the sleeves. There was an option with no sleeves. There was an option with separate bracers instead of complete one-piece sleeves and chest piece. And then the leggings, similarly, were of that same woven mail. And then the optional variation was scales laid out strategically along the front of each leg and covering the kneecap, probably depending on how many you were able to scrounge up, because the whole scale kit looks like it needs a lot of scales.
And from initially what he wanted me to get, I was only supposed to get like 2 scales.
Mm-hmm.
But we came back with, what's this here? So, let me do some math. So, that's 2, that's 4, that's 6, 8, 7.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the broken square scales are would count for per piece because it's 12 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 scales plus the 12 broken. So I'm not sure how that will play into everything, but we'll see.
You notice that all of these designs open from the back, and so you would need someone's assistance to put this armor on or take it off.
I pop in. I can do it.
Yeah, Stryker, right at that moment, you pop around the corner, and Uncle Arik turns to you. Well, what can I do for you then?
Oh, hey, Uncle Eric.
And before you say anything, Ronnie stops you and just kind of does this to signal you over. Shows you the designs.
I said, okay. I come and look. Like, wow.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Do you think it would be disrespectful for me to have this armor turned color slightly?
What color are you talking about?
I was thinking of red and gold.
And all this is made from the dragon scales? Huh.
Uncle Arik kind of cocks his head. What do you mean, turned color?
I'm pretty sure when this comes out, it's going to come out looking one way, right? You're going to be melting it down.
Depends on the scales you got me.
She looks down, shows like all the different color scales.
There's got to be a colorful garment if you want all of those scales.
So
I
is
can
there a
use
way
the
to
red
change
ones
the color?
and the gold ones for sure. But I'd like to do this in dedication to a fallen friend of ours.
And Arik muses over it. Well, sweetheart, I can't change the colors of the scales themselves. I have to talk to the dragon what you took them from. But for the rest of it, I've got options.
Well, yeah, she has like red and gold scales, so that should suffice, I would assume.
How many of each?
2 of each. So the red scales are medium-sized ones. The gold ones are 2 small ones. So
okay.
It should be enough if you only needed like 2 scales in general.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And he picks up the red and gold scales and turns them over, eyes them. Well, I could make this work with just these 4.
Yeah. And I think the broken scales were all an assortment, so I'm not really sure what's within that 12 of the broken scales, but
a wide variety of colors.
So I guess I could always dig through that for extra.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably got to roll, see how many pieces.
Well, Stryker, what are you planning on?
So I go, okay, almost similar to our dear Ronnie. So I have, what color was that serpent? Was it blue? I can't remember that serpent.
I can't remember. I thought it was green.
It was indeed green.
No, I thought the inside was green.
The inside was green.
So I think the outside.
But I can't remember if the outside was blue or green.
I just remember you have.
Goat, do you remember what color the first serpent you fought was?
The blue. Was it blue? Was greenish?
I think it was blue. I think it was blue.
Greenish blue.
We'll say it was blue because
it was blue. Yeah, that's great.
Y'all can leave a comment below if there's a continuity error here, but sorry.
Hey, Stryker, man, you work with a lot of money, man. You just go all out, man.
Hey, Noel's not here. So
shut him off. Shut him off.
He's on his way back.
He is on his way back. So
look, I have other plans with the money. So I go. So I pull out the 20 scales and I'm like, can you make a whole set of armor with this? But then I go, well, hold on. I was doing some testing while I was out there. Can you incorporate these further inside the armor to kind of help with like slashes and cuts?
And the minute you pull out the feather, you see Ronnie's eyes widen. Are those the feathers from the Oracle?
I don't know.
Uncle Arik.
It's a sword, so I don't know. It's like different colors.
A bushy eyebrow and looks between the two of you. Oracle? You want to see the Oracle? You went up and kiss?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She has like a feather hat or something?
No, she's a dragon. A white feathered dragon.
You're putting one over on the old man. I see what you're doing there, Ronnie. Yes,
Ron-
scallywag.
Yeah, sure. No, but yeah. So these are okay. All right. See, take these out. These are really strong. Handle one of them.
He takes one of the feathers. They are all colored the same as on one, so at least you've got color consistency on the feathers. And he tests the springiness and twists it a bit, thumbs the edge of the feathers. Says, "Well, this is a remarkable material, but I wouldn't have the first clue how to work with it.
Hmm.
Maybe
Well,
a Fletcher would, but we don't have one here in this city. Not a professional one, anyway."
Okay. I mean, it's
What
pretty
about a
strong.
shaper?
A shaper?
Shaper. Like one of them world shapers.
Yeah.
Well, they might be able to do something with it, but I don't know. You'd have to talk to some of the priesthood, or maybe that fancy lady you brought in. Atana was her name? Yeah. They might be able to do something with it.
Do that.
Yeah, okay. That's I put those back in. I said, okay.
And put his armament on my tab.
As for the armor, you're an archer, yeah?
Yeah, I'm an archer.
So you won't want full plate armor now to restrict your movement. I have to think about that.
Light and airy, and also, sorry, one more thing. I have this one blood red scale, one blood red crack scale, and one small black scale, dragon scale. I was wondering, can you make some arrow tips out of these?
Well, that I can do, for sure. And
the minute she hears arrow tips, she kind of starts doing one of these, and she's kind of grabs Gravedigger and starts looking it over.
Come on.
About this time, Noel, you arrive back at the shop, noticing that Atana and the soldiers are all gone as you approach the shop.
Oh, hey, Uncle, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. What's your name again? Noel, is it?
Yeah. Witherspoon, remember?
Oh, I remember you. Come on, we're over here in the back.
What can I get for
you? Hey, any upgrades you can do to my spear?
Where's the rest of your stuff?
Down. Which spear are you talking about? Oh, that spear. All right. He says,
I'll put it on the table.
It's a spear. It's all right, but if you want, I can replace it with one of these. And he gestures to a shelf behind him, which has a whole bunch of crooked spears lined up.
And before like Noel goes and goes, Ronnie goes, Uncle Arik, can you temper his spearhead with a dragon scale?
Oh yeah, I have some on me.
Oh, you have serpent scales. That's right. He also has serpent scales. I forgot about that.
I don't know about tempering with it, but I could replace the tip with a dragon scale.
What about making an all-new axe head?
How many of these things do you have here?
And then she brings out the rest of the dragon scales, the purple ones, the blue ones that she has, whatever else assortment she has with inside the broken scales.
And no, you want dragon scale things too? How many do you have?
I don't have any dragon scales, but I have 20 scales from the serpent.
Sea serpent scales, huh? They're not as good, but you can still do something with them.
Yeah, sure. What you think will be better than my current spear?
Oh, I don't know. I've never used serpent scales for a weapon tip before. I used them once for some decorative armor. I might be able to put something together for that. I'll tell you what, and he gestures you over to a cabinet, and opens a drawer and pulls out a whole bunch of sheaves of parchment and lays them out on a small table. And you can see it's just multiple designs of armor and a few designs of weapons. He's like, take a look through this, and if you see something that you like, you let me know, and we'll talk about what we can do to add some of these unique items to it. Unless you just want the spear, I mean, we can do that.
Yeah. I got somebody some blacksmith taking care of my other stuff. I just need something for my spear. Let me look through
Oh,
this.
all right. You went to old. I know it. All right, fine. We'll take care of
Oh
this.
God, not that jackass.
Hey, he's arrogant and kind of full of himself, but hey, he makes good things.
And Ronnie looks
Alright.
at you and just goes, "If you think that's quality."
Eric just kind of shrugs and.
I'm like, no, why don't you just make like something underneath your armor to have double protection, my man?
Well, that's extra weight.
Which Ronnie actually looks at you when you say that and is like, Uncle Arik, would it be possible to take our gamison and layer that with the scales? Possible.
Difficult to attach them. Armor's only as strong as the weakest point, you see. You don't have enough scales for full coverage. If you'd gotten more little ones, maybe we could have done something like that.
Oh well, it was just a thought.
And he kind of elbows you in the ribs a little bit. Maybe you should go talk to your oracle friend. You know, the dragon, right? Yeah.
She's already told us how disrespectful this is in the first place.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, very, very disrespectful for a dragon. Yeah. He winks at Stryker and Noel. And
okay. I mean, okay. Oh, okay. One thing. I saw the dress. I saw the armor that Priestess had. That was top notch. Top notch.
Well, of course it was. That's some of my finest work.
Can you make my armor close to top notch like that?
Well, yeah, sure. A couple of months it would take, but we can certainly do that for you.
Okay, never mind. We don't have a couple months.
Hey, wow, you sound. Hey, Stryker, you sound like Emperor Trumpkin.
That cannot be a thing. That cannot be a thing. Please don't make that a thing. Please don't make that a thing. Please don't make that a thing.
I'll think about it.
Legish.
Need to get my brother on the show because he does a frighteningly good impression.
Oh.
We're making Ross cry.
Already dead inside.
Yep.
Thank y'all for joining us for Fail PG.
We're out. Goodbye.
This was the last episode ever.
Ronnie just looks at Uncle Eric. So with the rest of the scales that we're not using for the armor, is it possible to use it to make a weapon?
Yeah, we probably could do something for you. Remind me what other sizes you have besides the red and gold ones that you're planning to use for the armor.
Okay.
Everybody who has scales.
So the green ones, or the green one, it looks like I have.
I don't care about the color. Just tell me about the sizes.
Okay, so medium, large. So
okay. You do have some large.
Yeah, so 2 large, 3 medium. And then, again, whatever's within that assorted broken scale stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Stryker?
I just had, one thing is, I don't think we ever said what size was the blood red scales. I think they were supposed to be medium size.
No, they were large. I do remember that.
They were large?
They were large.
Okay, so I had 2 large red scales and then 1 small black. So
yeah. It was the only thing that pissed me off that day because I got everything that was medium, but not a large one. But you got the large one. It pissed me off.
Because
I haven't forgotten.
And I don't know which ones we're going to use for arrows. But the serpent scales, I don't know the sizes. We never actually definitely said what size.
Not yay big.
So about medium.
About the size of a dinner plate, medium-sized dinner plate.
Medium size. So I don't think he's going to use all 20 of them.
In terms of like the dragon scales, they would be classified as large. The serpent scales are classified as large.
Okay.
The dragon scales are a little bit smaller than that.
I don't think he's going to use all 20 of them. So
you never know.
That was left over.
Noel, do you have 20 of them as well? 20 serpent scales?
Yeah, 20.
Oh, so he can make some extra weapons if he wanted to.
Right. So Uncle Arik turns to Noel first. I think we could take a crack at turning one of those serpent scales into a spear tip for you. But do you want to keep another spear with a conventional tip as a backup? I have no idea how well a scale will serve as a tip.
No, I'm good. I have other weapons.
All right. And then to Ronnie, he turns to you and says, "So you want to try refitting your battle axe with scales, is it?"
I want to try to make an actual blade with scale made out of this stuff.
Oh, tricky, but I think I could pull it off.
Doesn't the axe need weight? No, the dragon scales have weight.
It depends on the user and how you wield it. It is generally better that it has the cutting weight. But if you swing it right, it's not as big a deal if your blade is sharp. The question is whether the scales will hold an edge. We'll have to give it a try. But I can think of some ways to fashion it. And to Stryker, he says, "And you just wanted to use the scales for armor, or did you want weapons fitted with it as well?"
I got how many? So since I got like a large dragon scale, how many arrow tips you think I can make out of that?
It depends on how well it shatters when I go to split it to smaller pieces, but looking at that, maybe 10?
Maybe 10?
I mean, you got 2 large ones.
So
I'll give you 20.
Right. But I'm thinking, and that one small black one is probably like this size, probably like about yay. That small black one, you think we can incorporate that into like a dagger or something?
Oh, you could get a pretty short dagger blade with that.
Yeah, because I know it ain't gonna be like my short swords. And I pull out my short
It'd be more
swords.
like a carving knife, I would think.
Carving knife? I mean, it'll be stronger than my knife that I got now. So I mean,
if it'll hold an edge, maybe.
Yeah. But I wonder how sharp this dragon scale can actually get. I look at my short. Pull out my short sword. I said, I wonder if we can just add a layer over top of it.
Cladding it? No, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Be able to do that? Okay.
The two materials, they don't play nice together. No way to fashion it.
I mean, well, look, whatever's not used, we just save it for later and see what happens later on.
All right.
So the armor and a couple arrow tips.
I can take those serpent scales you have and weave you a full scale mail shirt. That'll be more flexible than what Ronnie's going to be wearing. Should be good enough for your archery. Would be stronger than what I could make out of steel.
What about a full body?
Yeah, I got, 20 of them? I could probably make it to cover the whole body, yeah.
Make sure, okay. And so that way I can be nice and limber and protected just in case.
Well, if that's everything, Ronnie, I think you've made your selection for the armor, given the number of scales you want to use with it. I think give me 2 or 3 weeks and I should be able to whip all this up for you.
Thanks.
Wait, how many days?
I don't know. We got 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah, I don't think we have that much time either.
I don't know what you expect. I mean, I'm just the one guy. I mean, unless maybe you want to help me out.
No, don't worry. I'll be here the entire time.
And I can help out too if you need anything.
Oh, okay. I guess. Wait, when are we leaving for?
We gotta leave soon. Way quicker than 2 weeks.
No, if I was you, I'd see how soon they can get everything that we need together. Boat, supplies, men, all of it.
Yeah, well, all my stuff will be done tomorrow, so I don't have a problem with that.
Stryker.
I need to go see what's her name about the feathers.
Do that, but also maybe stop in and see your girlfriend. It's been some time.
And I go, and I look at her and go, yeah, I'll go do that.
Oh yeah, that can remind me. I have to write a letter to my wife.
Sure.
Ronnie just kind of side glasses to Uncle Alric and gives him a small grin.
Uncle Alric just returns a toothless grin and said, "All right, well, listen, I'm going to need some time to gather my materials. Okay. If you want to go out and run your errands and come back this afternoon, we could get started."
Okay.
Ronnie, come here and help me out with these materials, right?
All right.
I go head to my girlfriend real quick, see if she still's at the she was at the border.
Yeah, she was at the
medical tent at the border.
I gotta talk to Burke.
Okay. We're going to start with Noel. You guys leave together, but immediately part ways. Stryker heading for the front gate, and you're heading back to the. Actually, where are you going, Noel? Are you going for the barracks, the palace, some other random place?
What time is it during the
You said
day?
you was gonna see Burke, right? So where will Burke be after that?
At this point, either the palace or the barracks is going to be one or the other.
It's late morning, almost coming up on noon now.
Oh, I think he'll be in. I think he'll be in the palace. Let me check the palace.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be right back. So you guys keep going.
You guys, you head over towards the palace again, Noel. And the guards at the gate are different this time. Looks like there was a changing of the guard while you were out. But they do recognize you in your Uruk. Well, no, you don't have your Uruk attire because you gave everything to the smith.
Mm-hmm.
So you approach the gate, and they actually lower their spears to bar your way. State your business.
Oh, I'm just wondering, is Burke in the palace today, or right now, or?
Who's asking?
Well, I'm Noel Witherspoon, part of the Uruk guard.
They look at each other for a moment. Look at you for a moment. Roll me a 12 side to see if they recognize you.
I got a 9.
You haven't gone for a month and a half.
I got a 9.
All right. Yeah, he's up there. Audience with a Tana. And you better make it quick.
Great. And I just, walk over there.
I see him doing it too.
Yep. Walk up the stairs, and again, there's the retinue of 4 guards outside of Atana's office. This time, you recognize one of the guards is someone you've seen in passing before. You haven't spent very much time with him. You think his name is Delron, Doylan. It's one of those. And he kind of recognizes you and quirks an eyebrow. What you want?
I'm here to see Burke.
You got an appointment?
No.
I mean, he's in with the Lady Atana right now. Has been there all day.
We're cool.
Then they exchange a look. Roll me another 12 side. See if you can persuade him to let you in.
Let's see.
The ship is just going.
Oh, I feel. Oh man, I felt miserable. I got a 1.
This is failing.
I came back just in time to hear it. I got a 1.
They exchange a look and raise eyebrow, and all 4 of the guards just bust out laughing.
All right. Fine. Let me know when he's done.
Oh yeah, we'll let you know when he's done. Yeah, sure.
Dang it. I just go back to the barracks then and wait for him to get there.
Oh goodness.
Like these guys are joking.
I wouldn't have stopped. I would have kept trying.
All right, you're heading back to the barracks then. Stryker, you head out to the front gate and expecting to see the field of tents that were there when you left, but there are no tents to be seen anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So I go, well, she must be home.
Or a medical hut in the city.
What you said? What time of day it is again?
By the time you get to the gatehouse, it's just about noon.
And then she's definitely at the medical probably hut by now. So let me go check the medical hut.
All right. You can start heading back to the medical hut. The healer's hut, as it were. And make your way over there and open the door. And there's a small, mousy young woman seated in the little atrium, scribbling on a piece of parchment at a very small desk. She looks up to you. Can I help you?
No, the funny thing is, I don't think we ever gave my girl a name, did we?
Nope. She was just your girl.
I mean, at one point we jokingly just kept calling her Felicia just because.
That's true, we did.
You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna keep with that. Yes. Have you seen Lady Felice?
Felice. I don't know anyone by that name.
Well,
is she new?
I call her Felice, but her real name is Felicia.
Felicia. I don't know anyone by that name either. Is she a patient?
No, she's a actual medical healer. She helps heal.
Healer. No, we don't have anyone here by that name.
Oh,
It's just myself, Mins, and Madame Ursula. Do
okay.
you need help? I can help you.
And I just get that little. I think I'm gonna go see if she's home. That's it. She was here like a while ago when they had the little medical tents out in the front. The thing.
Oh, was she with the Uruk invaders? Yeah. She went back with them, I think, then. All the people in the tents packed up and left on ships for Uruk. Oh, that was 4 weeks ago, maybe. Oh, you must be lonely. You can sit here with me and I'll keep you company for a while.
You know what? I have a girlfriend.
You had one, but she's gone home.
No, I got somebody else in mind, and I just head on out.
Well, come back anytime.
Yeah, maybe. I head to the castle now to talk to the priest.
Right.
So while I'm walking down, I'm just going, hey, she left. And then I was like, I mean, there's somebody else I like, but I don't think she would. Nah.
All right. Noel and Stryker, roll 100 sides for me.
Let's see. Let me see if I get lucky. Lucky.
Where's my stuff? Okay, oh, wrong one. Jesus Christ. Come on. I gotta pick up the right one.
Oh, come on. I got an 89.
Noel with the lousy rolls today. Good lord.
Yeah, terrible.
I got a 72.
You're not doing much better.
I know. Still a little bit better than no.
Stryker, you get to the palace and notice the change of guard, and they do not recognize you. So as usual, they cross the spheres in front of you. Oh, state your business.
I'm here to see the priestess. We was just here earlier about the blockade and everything else that's happening.
To each other. Roll 12 side for persuasion.
Oh, you want me to roll 12?
Not you, Noel.
Okay.
Just Stryker. Unless you want to go back and try to get in with Stryker.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, well, I'm not getting in. I got a 1.
They look at each other and they look back at you.
You say you rolled a 1?
Mm-hmm.
Can I please roll? Can I please roll for it? Can I please roll for it? Can I please roll? For it?
In a moment. And it's a coin flip, isn't it, for you?
Oh, it is a coin flip. You're right.
Yeah. Heads you can haunt, tails you can't.
Yes.
The guard who addressed you says, "Do you have an appointment?"
We were here this morning.
I don't recognize you.
He wasn't here. Hal was here.
Well, then you better go find Hal. I don't know you. You got a paper
Hal?
or something that says you can come in? What? I mean, what do you expect me to do?
And I go, if you just go up to her and tell her that Stryker's here.
Oh, yeah, and then she'll take my head off for interrupting.
I promise you, she will not take your head off.
Yeah, you can promise me that with a little piece of paper says that you are who you say you are. Otherwise, you can go talk to Hal. He might be in the barracks. He might be having lunch. He might be visiting his new lady friend.
Sure, he's got a lady friend. Wait, what lady friend?
I don't know, some broad that he met during the siege. Came with the folks in the tents. I don't know. Don't know any more than that. Ain't my business to pry into the love lives of other people.
Where's Hal?
I just told you I don't know. You'll have to go look for him.
Where's Hal?
Might start in the barracks.
Go check the barracks. Let him not be there.
This is going off swimmingly so far.
Wonderful. Just wonderful.
No. It was tails,
you get to the barracks. Yeah. You get to the barracks, and of course, Burke is not there.
Of course.
there's a fella you don't recognize sitting in the entrance at the desk Burke usually sat at, keeping the books.
Hey, he's still there. Yay.
Hey, hey, what's going on?
You need
That's
something?
You're a new face.
Oh, not who I thought it was. Sad face.
No, not who you thought it was.
Oh.
Ew. I've been here for almost a month.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'm part of the Uruk Guard. I'm Noel Witherspoon. You heard of me?
Witherspoon. And he reaches under the desk and pulls out a big leather-bound book and flips the thing open, starts paging through it. Witherspoon. I have you down here as missing in action. Well, I guess you ain't missing no more.
No.
We'll just
Wait,
scratch
why
that
was it
out.
classified? Oh, whatever.
You're out of uniform, soldier.
Well, yeah, my armor's getting upgraded by the local blacksmith, so.
Oh, I see. All right, then. State your business.
Well,
You need accommodation? What's going on?
I need accommodation, and I'm also waiting for Burke.
Oh, Burke's not going to be back in till evening time. He spends most of the days with Atana now in the palace.
Yes, I know. We talked earlier. Yeah, let me just get an accommodation. Just unwind.
He reaches to another drawer in the desk and pulls out a list of tickets and rifles through them, pulls out a tag and hands that to you. There's your bunk. And you've been here before, right? Of course you have. You're in the book. So you know where the bunks are. Get to it.
I sure do. I get some bunk and just take a nap.
All right.
I know anticlimactic, right? So
you lay down on the bed, and before you have a chance to fall asleep, you hear, no, is that you? No. And a kid scampers up out of nowhere and just about leaps on you on the bed. No, it's me, it's Cade. You're back. I can't believe you're back.
Oh man. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing great. They promoted me to private.
Oh wow. Yeah. Just make sure you watch your back, man.
Oh yeah. I always do. Yep.
Great.
Watch your back, man.
Wait. Oh, did they give you a spear yet?
Oh, I kind of prefer the short sword, but they have been trying to get me to learn the spear. You know, it's a little harder because it's so tall. But no. I'll get it. I will.
Oh man, you know what? Work on your short sword skills, and work with what you're good at.
Oh, I will. I do. I practice all the time, every day.
Motivational speaker, man.
And he's half asleep doing it. Why does this seem familiar?
How much? Hey, yeah. Hey, man, just I'm gonna go take a little, shut eye, just a little bit.
Oh, hey, you want to come out to the practice yard? I'll show you my moves.
Right after my nap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? You can keep practicing while I'm doing that.
Okay.
That's like roll to my side.
Oh, goodness. Well, let's see. About that time is when Stryker arrives at the front of the guardhouse. Stryker, you step in, and the guy sitting at the desk looks up at you, looks you up and down. The hell are you?
I'm a man for hire.
I ain't hiring. What do you want?
I'm looking for Hal.
Hal. Oh, you must mean Larson. Yeah? Who's asking?
I'm a friend of his.
Right.
I'm also friends with Burke, Noel Witherspoon. I started listing names and stuff. So maybe one of them.
Witherspoon, huh? Oh, he just came in a few minutes ago.
Oh, he's here? Bet he's probably sleeping right now.
Stomps over to the doorway to the actual bunk area. Weatherspout! Hey! Wake yourself up!
Yeah.
Someone here to see you.
Oh, it's just Striker. It's no more important. Just tell him. Just tell him I'm taking a nap or something.
And the guy turns back around. He don't know you. Don't want to see you.
Whoa! I didn't say that.
He literally just said my name.
And I get up. I'm like, hey, Striker, what you need, man? I'm just taking a little,
That's fine, man. Look, I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see Hal. You seen Hal?
I guess you already say you are. Hal's actually patrolling the north wall. He'll be back in an hour.
I don't have an hour.
Well, what is it exactly you want?
Just trying to go see the lady. The guards there looked at me like I was dumb.
I can see why. I mean, what?
Look, right now I'm not in the mood, man. I'm not in the mood. There's a small chance. Small chance. So small. Somebody might lose a testicle. I'm just gonna say that now.
Hey man, whatever you want to do with your body, I don't judge. That's what he said.
And I go, no, whatever your wife does with her body, I'm not here to judge either.
Well, hey, she'll know when I get back. Am I right?
And I look at the guard and go.
And the guard actually kind of nods, like, yeah, that was good. All right.
All right, but he said about an hour, right?
Yeah, but if you need him sooner, you can go to the north wall.
How far is it from here?
10 minutes, 15 if you hustle.
Wait, what?
Well, looking at you, it looks like cardio ain't your thing, so I figured.
You said cardio's not my thing. And I can do it in 5 minutes flat. You know what? He pissed me off. Now I'm going to the north wall.
So you storm out of there at a run, and the guard looks to you, Noel, and works every time. Finally got him out of my hair. You going with him or what?
Damn, I really want to take that nap. All right, I'm coming, Striker.
And he watches the two of you go, and he says, morons. Sits back down at his desk. You guys hoof it. Striker, roll a constitution check to see if you lose your wind running up to the north wall.
That 20 side?
Yeah. No, it's a 12 side.
Oh, there's still a 12 side?
12 side.
I thought it was a 20. God damn.
Because you've been watching too much Critical Role.
Probably.
Yeah, this ain't traditional D&D. We don't use the 20 side as often here.
12.
All right.
I was gone. Thinking about my girl.
We got a veritable Usain Bolt here. He's just streaking through the streets, full bore. Noel, I'm actually going to have to ask you to roll now to see if you can keep up with him.
And you ain't got your armor on either, so you should be good.
What's the 12 side for you?
12 side, okay.
Constitution check.
You ain't got your armor on too.
Check,
I got 11, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
He ain't got his armor on.
Yeah, and he's got a +3 on con as well. So, yeah, Noel, you have to puff a little bit, but you're unencumbered compared to Striker, and so you do keep pace the whole way to the north wall. And true enough, Striker, you make it there in almost 5 minutes flat.
As soon as I said, I told that bitch.
Man, with my wife, I don't have to worry, man. You know, you sure, you know, you have to have confidence in your mate.
I said, all right, we'll test that theory when I finally meet your wife. And I make it as soon as I get to the wall, I go, take a deep breath. How?
Hal pokes his head over the wall. Who called me? Striker! Hey, what are you doing?
Get your ass down here.
What? What's wrong? We under attack?
Oh, somebody's gonna be under attack.
Alarm! Alarm! We're under attack!
No.
You hear shouts of alarm all along the wall. Then Hal runs down the stairs to meet you at the foot of the wall. What? Who's attacking us? Where? What's going on?
Nobody's attacking us. Two things.
Wait. I just asked you if we were under attack, and you said somebody's going to be attacked, and that's why I called alarm. Now you're telling me we're not under attack? What is it? Which is it? Are we under attack or not?
You're about to be under attack if you don't shut your lips and let me say what I gotta say.
False alarm! False alarm! Go back to your sleeping, guys. It's fine.
Y'all sleeping?
Shush.
God damn it. Two things. One, I need your help. The guards wouldn't let me into the castle because I really need to see Lady. Priestess, her, yeah, and stuff. And number two, remember that, medical thing that happened, back in the day, like a couple months ago? I think they left like 4 weeks ago, the medical
What
tent.
are you talking about?
God damn it. Okay, so there was a girl. Her name was Felicia.
Yeah?
Do you know she left with the medical, I'm getting all flustered. I was like, I'm trying to get it straight so I don't kill him because I'm just looking at him like, I feel like he's with my girl right now. I don't want to choke him to death. So I was like, hey, the people that left 4 weeks ago, do you know if a girl named Felicia went with him?
I certainly don't know. I didn't get to see any of the roster of the people who left.
Okay. Do you know any of the nice young ladies that were there? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying, Stryker. There was this really nice young woman who healed me up after I was beat up pretty bad in that one fight.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember very much of that night. You guys gave me some real good stuff.
Did anything happen?
Real good stuff.
Did anything happen after that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's fuzzy, I remember feeling really good, and there was this really pretty young lady who kept coming back to check on me, and I'm sure that I said some things to her that made her blush. At least I think she was the one blushing. It might have been me blushing. I don't know. I was kind of in one of those places where, you ever been so drunk where you feel like you're standing beside yourself and you can like see yourself doing things?
As he's doing this, you see the rage in my eyes. Like, did anything else happen after you was healed up?
I don't think so. Gave me a clean bill of health after a couple of days.
Settle down, Stryker. Probably nothing.
And after that, you haven't seen her after that at all?
No, after that, no, I don't think so. Why are you looking at me like that, Stryker?
No reason at all. No reason. I'm just,
No,
she was my girlfriend. I guess she was because apparently she left with them. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was just maybe hoping that she stayed, and didn't go back with them,
Well, you know that we've been rotating troops and people between here and Uruk every few weeks, right?
I was gone for almost a month and a half. How do I know that?
Oh, well, now you know that. Yeah, she probably went back with those people back home, and
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Let's go talk to Lady Atana, right? You wanted to speak to her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, settle down, Stryker.
Didn't you want to see her too? Oh, actually, no, you went to go see Burke. So see, look, you're going a little bit earlier to see Burke. Let's go.
You guys start walking off. Hal just kind of leans close to Nolan. He's like, "What's the deal with Stryker?"
He thinks you've done the big nasty with his woman. Yeah.
Big nasty. Why would I do nasty things to his woman? I don't understand.
No, fornicate with his woman.
Fornicate's an awfully strong word. It was really quality sex. All right, let's be fair.
Please say I heard that.
It was like whispering off to the side and come.
And I'm like, oh. and then I'm like, Noel's like, oh,
I mean, it was the good stuff, man. Like, I
was like,
so far out of it. I was as high as
hey,
I
man, I'm not snitching on you, and I walk away, and then
I like you so much, Noel. You're such a good man.
I walk past a striker with kind of like an awkward face, and I kind of do that look to him like this. I try to look forward, and I go like,
now I noticed that. And I go, after he gets us in here, I'm going to ask him a question one more time.
Okay, I literally just knocked over a water bottle. Oh, man. Oh, man, thank goodness that bottle was empty, though. Top was off and everything. Oh, geez.
Yep. Only I pulled that one a little bit sooner.
Man.
Oh, well. Opportunity for mayhem next time.
Man.
You guys walk up to the palace, and the guards salute to Hal, who salutes back, all cheery, and leads you guys back upstairs. The guys in the foyer also salute Hal, and he pauses at the entrance. He's like, now look, guys, I think you legitimately had, serious business with him the first time, but it better be just as serious this time, or they'll probably have my head for letting you in. They're doing their war council stuff. It is serious, right?
Yeah, we just want to see how long it's going to take to get everything together and for us to leave, so that way we can have everything in order and be ready to go.
All right, well, and he knocks quietly, and there's a murmur inside, and he pokes his head in, and then motions for the two of you to go on in.
Walk in, I go, milady.
Etana's seated at her desk this time, with Burke seated opposite her. It seems to be just the two of them this time. They both turn to look at you. Burke arches an eyebrow. What is it this time?
Well, I think Sir Noel had a question about how long the preparation is going to take until we leave, and how how's everything's going to just make sure we tip-top shape and ready to go. So, and plus we're getting some extra armor and weapons ready. So we just want to see how long it's going to take.
And Burke's eyebrow remains arched, and he looks to Noel while you're speaking for him, and then looks back to you.
Yeah,
the troops will be picked out within the day. The ship will be ready to leave by tomorrow morning.
Okay, great. That sounds great.
So I go, hey, excuse me. No, can you go relay that message to Uncle Eric and Ronnie?
Oh, man, I want to take... All right, fine. I'll go do it.
Poor courier Noel. All right. Noel, was there anything else you wanted before you leave, or are you just going?
I guess I just go.
All right. And Burke looks to you, Stryker. Was there something else?
There is something else, and milady, I apologize once again for interrupting. I do the little heart to say the salute thing, and I reach into my bag and say, I was wondering, since you're a very powerful world shaper, as I should say, and we can't turn this into armor per se, but is there anything you can do with these feathers? And I just go and lay the assorted feathers out. I want to be able to, either you or me, it doesn't matter who, if you need them, you can use them as shape them into some type of form of weapon or armor or anything, to give us an edge against the competition, I should say.
Etana leans forward and scoops up the feathers and looks at them. What are these? Oversized feathers. Why would you bring me oversized feathers?
They're dragon feathers.
And her eyes get a little bit wide at that statement. Dragon feathers.
Actually pretty strong.
And she looks up to you for a moment, very considering. Where did you get these?
The same place we got some dragon scales.
Which was where exactly?
Quiche.
Shush, I didn't want to tell her where I got it from, so she don't man. I'm like, it's at the bottom of a very, very tall mountain. Screw it, it's like quiche.
You went to see the oracle then?
Yes.
And she let you pluck her feathers?
We found them at the bottom of a river at the, Mr. Drunken Knoll over there kind of fell down, we kind of went, it's a whole thing.
I see. And she arrays the feathers out in front of her and leans back, clasps her hands. And you want me to turn these into something we can use as a weapon or armor?
Yes.
What did you have in mind?
Maybe since it's pretty strong and it's, very flexible, it's kind of hard to break. And, of course you can pierce the in between the feathers, but it's hard to cut. So maybe.
Stop. I know just the thing. She purses her lips for a moment thoughtfully, looks around. She sees a heavy overcoat slung across a bench on the other side of the room. Burke, bring me that coat. And the commander stands and goes and retrieves the coat and lays it out on the desk next to the feathers. And she looks at the coat and looks at the feathers, nods for a moment. You're wanting this now, then, are you?
I mean, I would greatly appreciate it.
She stands up and clears some of the papers off of the desk and looks at the coat for a moment and holds out a hand. And Burke actually pulls a dagger out from his belt and hands it to her. And she cuts the sleeves off of the coat, makes a few more cuts here and there, so that it's just the backing eventually. That's all that is left. It was a nice heavy cloth material with a little bit of fur lining for cold weather. And she lays it out facing down on the table and then lays the feathers out in a pattern over top of it. You have just enough to cover the majority of this now cape. And then she stares at it for a long moment, looking this way and that, then nods approvingly, puts a hand out over top of the desk, and then glances up at you, Stryker. You might want to step back.
Said nothing but a thing. And I back up.
And she looks back down at the desk, and quite abruptly, the desk and the cape and the feathers are all illuminated by a bright light that you can't tell where the source is. It's not like coming from her hand. It just is illuminated. You notice also that many parts of her jewelry appear to be glowing at the same time, and she has this intense look of focus. And as you watch, Stryker, you can see the feathers, the stems of the feathers, where they would attach to the beast that bore them, split apart into many little, almost what looks like roots, and they start weaving themselves into the fabric. And the feathers just sort of draw themselves into the garment a little bit and weave themselves at the root into the fabric. And a moment later, the light disappears, and she hefts up the cape, which now has these dragon feathers woven into it. And she picks up the dagger again and slashes across the back. No damage to the cape. She looks at the dagger, and you can clearly see, like, the edge is rounded over. She gives an apologetic look to Burke, who just sort of grunts and takes the thing back.
I stand there as that happened. I go,
She looks back up to you and hands out the cape. More or less what you wanted. Good. Now get out. I have work to do.
Don't even say nothing. Let's go. Just walk on out. I go, could have used the hood.
You didn't have enough feathers for that.
Nope. I said, wait, Uncle Eric's gonna make me a nice piece of armor with a hood. Yeah, okay, cool. I walk on out.
All right. No.
Now, well, here's the question before anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it both sides? It looks like it has the woven thing on, or just the one side?
Just the one, just the outside has the woven
Just the
feathers.
outside. So if I turn around on the inside, you won't be able to see the feathers.
No. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I wanted to know.
I see where you're going with this.
Yes, you already know. So I don't get killed. That's gonna be on the inside. If I get seen by a dragon with those on, I'm gonna die.
Mm-hmm,
I wonder if I can dye them. They are feathers.
They are feathers.
They
might die more readily than a scale. You'd have to try it.
I might try that. I might. As I leave out, so okay. Let me see.
Dye's cheap, but the labor, man.
Well, if he does it himself.
I was gonna do it myself. It was like,
it's gonna look all like uneven.
I go, maybe I can do a tall, dark, and shovelly quick fix and use some black tar. Huh? You ain't got nothing to say about that, huh?
And then we're like, hey, no, what did I look like?
Please say I can flip this.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
you can flip it for that.
And the striker asked me, hey,
Yeah, got it that time. Okay.
Now, hang on a second. What were you saying, Goat?
No, I said if Noel comes back, hey, how'd I look? I'm like, did you pay for that? He's like, why is that? He's like, because if you did, I'll get my money back.
You'll have your opportunity to say that in a little bit. Now, Sir Egios, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah. So as he makes the comment about the tar and goes, yeah, ain't got nothing to say to that. Actually, I think that would tarnish the feathers and the coat itself and the hard work that lady just put into it. Are you seriously going to be that much of an asshole to prove a point?
Do you want me to join you in the afterlife? Because I got killed by a dragon?
True, but perhaps maybe something a little more
Shut
considered.
up.
Oh, you're just upset because your girlfriend's banging that other soldier guy. What's his name? Hal?
Wait, what?
Oh, you thought I didn't hear all that.
I just put the cloak on. And I go, oh yeah, Hal.
It's right outside the door, so he's there when you step out.
And I go,
Oh, hey,
come with me,
Striker,
buddy.
that's a really cool cloak.
Yeah, thank
Where'd
you.
you
Come.
get that?
Don't worry about that. Just come with me real quick. Let's
Okay,
walk.
where are we going, buddy?
We're just going for a walk. I'm gonna talk to you.
Oh, I really have.
We're going to the alley. He's like, what alley for what? He's like,
Sir Regios just goes, whatever you do, just make sure you hide the body properly.
So I go. We walk in. Look, I'm not gonna kill you. But was you at least gentle with her?
What? What are you talking about?
How?
With whom?
You're my friend, man. You're my friend. I love you like a brother.
You're starting to scare me a little bit, Striker. Are you okay? Did you get hurt on your trip?
Did she think I was dead? That's why.
What? Oh, you're talking
No,
about that woman who left again, are you?
Yeah, no told me.
No, told you what?
Oh, that you had amazing, wonderful time.
I don't know if it was with yours. Remember it was with the really nice, pretty young lady who kept coming back to attend me while I was laid out on the cot.
Did she have like brownish, darkish hair?
Brown hair? No, her hair was red.
God, you
Leave-
motherfucker!
Red.
I'm like, you know what? I hope you join us on the battlefield.
I'm not sure exactly how to feel
No,
about
just-
that.
I hope you join us on the battlefield. And I go, you know what? Fuck it. And I go to, I'm like, hey, no.
Old's way ahead of you. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
It's
He's
cool.
gone.
I'll see your wife later.
And then you leave Hal standing in the hallway looking very perplexed, like, I don't understand what just happened. What did I do? What did I not do? I don't get it.
I'm like, but look, hey, real quick before I walk out of here, she was amazing, wasn't she, though?
What I can remember, yeah. Remember, I was like high as a kite at the time from whatever you gave me, so.
Oh shit, you might not have had sex with her. You might have had sex with a dude.
I really don't remember. I just remember.
Or Noel's wife. You could have had. I think she's got red hair too. You know what I'm saying? Just walks out.
What was she doing here? Oh, I'm so confused.
And I go, excellent.
So many questions about what happened that day.
And as I step out, I go, I mean,
all I know is I used the long spear style that night.
she's gone. That means I'm single again. That means I have a chance. That means, and I said,
that doesn't mean you're single. It just means that she's not here. You should maybe, I don't know.
Why is he still talking? He ain't flip a coin.
He has a point.
Oh.
You had your haunt chance. You don't get another one now for a while.
Fair.
So as I'm saying, like, I have a chance with her, but I don't think she likes me like that. I think, why am I going through this? And I just I do the cloak thing, like wrap it around my shoulder and just start walking.
It immediately falls off. You note that after Atana like cut off the sleeves and stuff, it mended all of the cuts and the frayed ends when she did her thing, but she didn't like conjure a clasp out of nowhere to actually hold it on. So you still need to go get that made by somebody.
Yep. Oh, good thing I'm going to Uncle Eric. Okay.
So
I start going to Uncle Eric.
you head over to Uncle Eric. Noel's beaten you there by a good 10 minutes or so. Told everybody about the timelines. So right as soon as you walk through the door, Eric grins at you with that toothless grin. There he is. We can just about get started now.
Oh, I'm ready. I got a lot of built up. Don't worry about it. I got a lot built up too. And I look over at Ronnie. I say,
Ronnie's not even paying you any attention. You notice that she's actually hammering at the forge right now.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting there looking at her like, oh yeah, see the sweat drip down.
Well, since we've got such a short time to work with, y'all are going to be working through the night with me on this. And everybody better pull his weight or we're going to fall behind real quick. And he puts a hand on Noel's shoulder. Noel, I'm afraid, although your order's the smallest, I'm going to need you to work with the rest of us through the night to get everybody else's order done. Are you willing to do that for us?
And I like reluctant face. Sure.
That's the spirit, my boy. That's
And Ronnie says, let the man rest. I'll work double time.
Right?
As well as I do that isn't good enough. Now, there is one bright side to all this. I had a little chat with my buddy O'Toole over in the tavern. He's going to provide us with food and ale as the night wears on.
Good old O'Toole.
I was like, wait.
Tell him to bring my fire whiskey through.
And I go, wait. Hey, I still got some ale. And I pull out the bottle of that good stuff that Ronnie got drunk up of.
Well, that's good. You're going to need all that you got.
I said, oh, Uncle Eric, can you do something special for me? I got this. Can you make something to, clip on and, or maybe it can attach to my armor, maybe?
Oh, I see what I got you. Attaching to the armor, no, but I can make you a clasp to go around to show. Actually, I don't need to make it. I've already got some for you. Give me a second here. And he stumps over to a big cabinet, throws open the doors, rummages around in there, and brings out a very simple-looking clasp. It's actually, how do I describe this? It looks like two buttons with a chain that link the two. And the chain's on a hook, so you can unhook the chain and let the thing go.
I'm like, huh. It's not as crooked as I thought it might be.
On closer examination, you notice that every single link in the chain is irregularly shaped. Straight lines and crooked.
Actually looks kind of cool. So, hey, I'll take it. I attach it to the thing. And I set the coke to the side, and then I go, Let's do this.
All right. Now, everybody's going to participate in this little smithing adventure.
Ooh.
So I'm going to need everybody to roll 100 sides to see how you start off.
Okay.
I was hoping you were going to make everybody roll on strength, but okay.
I got a 67.
I rolled a 19.
And I rolled a 42.
42. All right.
I got more than
Well, there's
word.
degrees there.
So, Noel, you get assigned working on feeding the fire and providing the materials as the other two are bludgeoning away at various things. You're basically the gopher. Go for this, go for that.
All right, I can do that.
And Stryker, you've been assigned some of the general heavy work. He gives you the biggest sledgehammer he has on his rack.
Oh, yeah.
Which is larger than the largest warhammer you have ever seen. It's probably a good 25 pounds and a 6-foot shaft. And he sets this thing for you and sets you up with his biggest anvil and the raw pig iron and steel that is going to be formed into the metalwork. And he said, your job is to beat this flat.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be flat. And I just imagine Hal's face right there every time.
And Ronnie, you get assigned the medium hammer. And your job is to rough out the shapes for all of the different armor pieces. Not the real fine work, but get it to the general shape it's going to be for when he inlays the dragon scales and stuff.
Which she just looks up. It'd be like when I was 13 all over again.
That's the spirit, lassie, although we can't afford 13-year-olds' level of skill this time.
She goes, then hand me another hammer.
We'll start out with this one. And he takes for himself one of the smallest hammers for the real intricate, fine detail work. And he starts pulling up some of the materials. All right, let's get started. And you all go to town with it. Everybody roll 100 sides again.
All right.
Ooh, that time I didn't do as good. 71.
Come on.
Oh, I got an 80.
One off. 68.
Oh!
You son of a bitch! How could you miss by one? You were right there!
The other two. You could have saved the other two.
Hold on. Let me shake the table. No, it went to 48, so never mind.
Well, this is not a pinball machine. Shaking it won't help.
You said you're keeping that 8, bitch.
Tilt.
Damn.
You all start off, and at first you're really uncoordinated. Noel, you're pumping the bellows too fast or too slow, and Uncle Eric's like, no, come on, man, like this.
Is there a rhythm to this? Yeah.
Of course there's a rhythm to it. You gotta look at the metal and see when it gets like this color. You have to make sure it stays at this color. And you pump to keep it there. Right? You'll get it. Just keep at it. And to Stryker, you start wailing on the metal, and what ends up happening is it gets real flat on one side and real bunched up on the other. And then you try to wail down the side that's bunched up, and the bunch just moves to the other side. And Eric actually has to stop his work and come over to you like, no. You're hitting one side too much. You got to hit the whole surface even, like. One stroke for each part so it flattens out level.
So picture Hal's face in every part. Okay, gotcha.
Whatever works for you, like, go on there. And Ronnie, you had started making out the fine shape, but you were actually a little too zealous. And you flattened a couple of pieces that should have been round, and rounded a few pieces that should have been flattened. And he puts a hand on your shoulders like, I know you're excited, lassie, but this'll go faster if you focus and slow down. Remember what I used to say? Slow is fast. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Because
if you're making mistakes, you got to redo it.
She takes a minute. You know what? You're right. She just rallies up, takes the hammer, starts over. No argument.
All right. Everybody give me your 100 sides again. But this time, roll with advantage.
Oh, this pep talk.
Ooh. Can I do better?
You hear me? You hear me, Goat?
I actually did by one. So 36.
Wait. Roll again.
100 side, but with advantage.
So take the best roll.
I'm taking the best roll, and I got a 4.
Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. That's not so bad. 48.
You get to roll twice and take the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
We'll take the better
Pay
of the two
attention,
numbers. We'll take the better in this case.
Yeah, sorry, the better. So that would be the lower in this case.
Yeah.
Oh, that one I got an 88. So the 40.
The 40 is
cool.
your better number. And
My better
what did
number
Ronnie
was.
get?
I rolled a 36 and a 37, so obviously 36. It was only
I rolled a 4 and then a
-1
95.
Yeah, you definitely want to take the 4.
I'm
over the
definitely taking the
95,
4.
Yeah. Now you guys are starting to get into the groove. You're feeling the rhythm. Striker, the billets are coming out nice and flat and clean, and Arik gives you a little toothless grin with each one that you pound out off the anvil.
As he's seeing that, I'm just like, That's all you see.
Ronnie, you get into your groove, and you're fitting out all of the rough shapes for the pauldrons and the leggings and the breastplates and the scaled backs and the little intricate fittings that are going to become the holders for the scales for Uncle Arik to work on. And no, you're starting to get a feel for what is the right temperature to heat the steel to, and you're starting to figure out what is that glow supposed to be, and when is it time to feed the fire more coal, and when is it time to just let it breathe. And you start to anticipate when Striker is going to need a fresh billet and hand it to him before he asks. And you start to anticipate when Ronnie's going to be finished with a piece she's working on, so you can pass something from Striker onto her. And you all are starting to flow. Give me another 100 side from everybody with advantage this time.
Okay.
52, so 46 for me.
I got 75.
So if I'm gonna ask this question after I roll again, but
So good.
Okay.
The 75 is the lower of the two rolls you made.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Well, 2 rolls. Okay.
2 rolls.
Yeah, with advantage, dude. Come on.
so when you get, I'm trying to remember, I'm right. So if you
Oh,
just
I
get
got 11. Oh, that was a
Nice.
good one.
so if you get a 0 plus the number, like the double digits, because I got 80 and then a 0, so it's a straight 80, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's 80.
Okay, but I got a 14 with my second one, so I don't care. I just wanted to make sure I was right.
You
Yeah,
got
no, that's
11. What did Ronnie get this time? I forgot.
48. Oh, damn, 46.
46. Okay. All right. You guys continue on this way pretty much through the whole night. Beating away at the stuff, you raise an awful clamor, but you stay generally in the groove. Ronnie, you still get a little overzealous from time to time, and Arik has to pat your shoulder, tell you to slow down. About midnight, Mr. O'Toole comes in with a whole pile of food and a cask of ale. He actually has to have a couple of his serving boys and girls help haul all the stuff in. And you guys take a half-hour break to just gobble up everything in sight before going back to work.
Ladies.
Ronnie doesn't stop.
Ronnie tries not to stop, but then Uncle Arik grabs her by the scruff of the neck,
I'm about to
takes the hammer out of her hand, and shoves her face into a plate of food.
Oh, so you really gonna try not to do that?
I just literally needed that to happen. That's why.
Even I knew that was gonna happen.
I mean, if I don't say it, it doesn't happen, right?
It happened either way because you already know Ronnie. Y'all don't know Ronnie by this time, then y'all have been watching this long enough.
You guys take about half-hour lunch break, and then Uncle Arik claps his hands. All right, back to work. And you dive right back into it where you were. And the fruits of your labor start to pile up. You see heaps and heaps now of finely wrought and shaped metal. Although you all notice every single piece is crooked.
Ronnie just sits there. Huh, what do you know? You really did rub off on me as a kid.
And I go, and I'm looking like, wait a minute. I was hitting them nice, straight, and flat. I look at Ronnie, I go, and I look at the anvil, I said, oh, no wonder. Anvil's crooked.
The anvil is crooked. You just now notice.
Ronnie
As you pause,
Ronnie
and you
just
look
shrugs
at
her
the
shoulders.
face of the sledgehammer. The face of the sledgehammer is also crooked.
I go, I say, you know what? It's gonna be good armor.
It's going to be good everything. After all, it's one thing that seems to be the truth. And Ronnie looks at the grave digger. The crooked stuff is always the best stuff.
Oh man, I see, Uncle. you want to flex with the off kilter armor fit. I see.
And Arik looks over his shoulder at you, Noel, and gives you that big toothless grin and winks at you, and goes back to his work. Just you wait, laddie. You'll see. You'll see. And you guys labor all through the night into the morning, and the sun is only just starting to creep above the wall when Arik lays his tool down at last with the last piece of armor. Well, I should say the last piece. He hasn't actually assembled anything yet. They're all still just laying around. And you're all pretty exhausted by this point. You all have dark circles under the eyes. But Arik grins as broadly as he can grin with that toothless smile of his, and he starts laying pieces out on the workbenches in front of him. And you see that every one of them's crooked. They all look mismatched. It doesn't look like any one of them should fit together.
And Ronnie just grins.
Yeah, Ronnie knows. Uncle Arik grins at the other two of you and gives you another one of those sly winks, and then starts picking them up. And he holds one up for you to see, and he fits them together, and there's a bit of a pop and a click, and the pieces snap together so that there's almost no seam. No rivets, no screws, no bolts, just click, and they fit. And then he pulls on the piece, and it doesn't come loose.
Wow.
And the jagged edge that had separated them, that made them look like they were crooked, is gone. And he gestures to each of you, and you notice that he has portioned out pieces for you guys to assemble in the same way. And for Ronnie as well.
Ronnie just gets to work.
Yeah.
Last round 100 sides.
Okay.
Just regular this time. No advantage on it because y'all are exhausted.
What is that?
Oh, let's go! I got a 5. Let's go.
Nice.
5. Hot damn.
I got a 36, so hey,
That's
all good
good
all
across
around.
the board. You guys start fitting these things, and they fit together like puzzle pieces. Each piece clicks and snaps into the next. The dragon scales mesh perfectly inside sort of wire fittings, and once inserted, they don't come back out. And layer upon layer, piece upon piece, you build everything up. Ronnie, you take the haft of solid oak that Uncle Arik sat aside for your new battle axe. Crooked, just like the last one, but made of slightly heavier stuff with a little bit of iron banding to reinforce it. And a sort of, it almost looks like steel gilding cage where the blades would have been. And you take one of your large scales and slide it down into this gilded cage, and it pops into place like everything else to form one half of the blade, perfectly encased in this steel latticework. And do the same with another. Noel, you pick up the admittedly crooked-looking shaft that Uncle Arik picked out for you, which also has iron banding to reinforce it, and a similar gilded steel cage at the tip where the spearhead should be. And you take one of the dragon scales that he shaped out into a spear point, and following Ronnie's example, slide it in. It inserts with a pop and is very firm. And you notice that the edge is shockingly sharp.
Wow.
You weren't really expecting dragon scale to hold edge all that well, but it seems to.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Striker.
Now the fun part for me.
You have 1,000,000 of these little pieces of serpent scale that Uncle Arik meticulously shattered out of the larger pieces into what are like little diamonds about this long and about this wide. And there are just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And each one has little holes in it to thread into the others with chain link. And you are basically just weaving this thing together. All the chains, of course, are crooked. But as you weave them together, instead of, rivets that would normally hold ring mail together, you just snap them into place like the others. And once they're snapped together, there is no seam. And they seem to be as strong as if they were welded. And it takes you guys a few more hours to assemble everything. The sun is actually well above the walls by that point. You can hear noises outside of people starting to go about their day. But finally, the last piece of armor and the last weapon are laid out on the tables, fully complete. So, this is the part of the program where we go through some fun statistics.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this, Striker. Are you cool with me naming the axe Sir Regios Wrath or Regios Wrath?
Like Reggio's Wrath.
Regios Wrath. All right, cool.
Reggio's Wrath.
I'm calling the axe that now.
Is Wrath.
Reggio's Wrath.
Regios Wrath.
All right. Reggio's Wrath is a two-handed battle axe made with dragon scale and steel. Its base value is 500 gold pieces, and it does 2d12 plus 3 damage.
Oh yeah, I might wait.
Mm-hmm.
Reggio's cloak. It's made from dragon feather, so I might as well call it Reggio's cloak.
All right, we're going to come to the armor in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Noel, you had a spear made with dragon scale. Do you want to name it anything special?
Just a tip.
No, I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it Milton.
Milton.
Somehow, I'm not surprised.
Milton.
I just got arrowheads, so I can't really name them all. So let me get rid of the ale and the bread and cheese and stuff.
Okay, and that's going to be that. All right, what other weapons did people get made? Striker, you got a dagger, right?
I got a dagger and arrowheads.
All right. You're going to call the dagger something special?
I'm sorry. How much did you say Reggio's Wrath was?
How much it was worth?
Yes.
500 gold. That's not necessarily what you're paying for it, but that's how much it's worth.
So since it was the black one, I'm pretty sure it's just like his spear was surprisingly sharp. Probably call it.
Now, would I get the +1 damage to that as well, just like with Great Digger, or for proficiency, or?
You get a +3 on that one.
Oh.
Call it sharp tooth. Sharp tooth.
Okay. Sharp tooth. Dragon scale dagger. All right, so the spear, Milton, was worth 400 gold and is a 3d6 piercing weapon with reach.
3d6?
3d6 of damage. And it has reach, which means your melee range is 10 feet with that as opposed to the usual 5 feet. It is a head and a half taller than your previous spear.
Oh.
Sharp
Well,
tooth.
he's been training with his Y-hander, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be difficult for him. Sharp tooth is worth 100 gold. It is a 2d4 piercing dagger.
2d4. 2.
Wait. Go back. How much was the spear?
The spear is worth 400 gold. That's not necessarily what you're paying for it.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't have that money.
I know.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Even if I did, I after owing Striker the money, I still wouldn't be able to afford that.
What else did y'all have weapons wise?
I said the
arrowheads.
Blood red arrowheads.
Mm-hmm. So dragon scale arrows.
I can't wait to pick up my other stuff from the.
Those are worth 2 gold apiece.
Gold a piece.
and they add +3 to the damage output of your bow.
Plus, God damn, that's not what I put. +3 to, you said to the arrow?
And we're going to add a special attribute to those.
You said it's +3 to the arrow output, right?
To the bow. Whatever bow you use with them gets +3 added to its damage. And you're going to have to help keep me honest on that one, because I don't really have something set up to be able to add that modifier.
That's why I'm writing stuff down.
Yeah,
Actually, out now, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said we're going to have a specialty with these?
Yes, they have a special property called spell piercing. The arrows can breach magical barriers.
Ooh, that would be very helpful. Very helpful.
Will the axe and the spear be able to do the same?
You'll have to find out.
Spell piercing.
Oh, probably not. Each dragon's scale would represent a different attribute, I'm sure.
Yeah, said to spell barriers, right?
Yeah, it can pierce magical barriers.
Pierce magical.
All right. Was there anybody else whose weapons I haven't mentioned already?
The only other weapon, and I'm just now remembering this, that would have been a thing, if I remember correctly, Ronnie left Uncle Arik with a bear trap that she asked him to put a chain on.
She did. Yes, I remember the bear trap.
I had just remembered that.
I have to think about where I would put that. Well, add it back to your inventory as a bear trap and chain. And I will have to figure out where that goes in my my little chart here, and I'll get back to you with the stats. Because I had honestly forgotten about that.
Spell piercing. To magical. Okay. So I still got my 2 short swords.
All right. So
I'm going to be changing out my armor, so that's going to be
right.
So let's do this real quick. It's going to go there. D6.
All right. So quick question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm looking at all this. So with everything that Ronnie dumped out, how much of the dragon scales was left over, if any?
Of the dragon scales, only the fragments, and you didn't use all the medium ones, so I guess most of the medium ones are still there.
Okay, so take away definitely the red and gold ones, because I know I use that for the armor.
Mm-hmm. Yep, red and gold ones are gone. And Striker, on that note, make sure you remove the dragon scales we consumed for your dagger and
the serpent scales.
And the serpent scales.
And the feathers.
And the arrow tips. And the feathers, yep. Take those out of your inventory. Make sure that their corresponding products are in their place.
Yeah. So
who donated the dragon scale? Oh no, it wasn't a dragon scale for Noel's spear tip, was it? It was the serpent
I had
scale.
20 serpent. I removed it from my inventory.
Yeah, so you've got 19 serpent scales left, and one of them was used for the spear tip.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you said remove those 2. You said the shattered ones and most of the medium ones. What about the 2 large blue ones? Are those still, or no?
What's
dragon scales?
The medium ones.
No.
Most of the medium ones are still there.
No, the 2 large blue ones.
How many I thought I used all my serpent scales to make that.
No, you only used 1, so you get 19 back.
Yeah. 19
okay, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, you only had the one spearhead made.
Okay.
So, Surge. Yeah, you used the black and the gold scales for the armor.
Red and gold.
You used 2 other large ones for the battle axe.
That's the blue ones. Okay. That's what
okay. Yeah, so they are blue, and then I believe the others were left over. Because you went with the limited scale option. Actually, no. I should ask you this: did you want to go with the scales sewn into the greaves and the pauldrons, the scale pauldrons? I think you have enough for that. You have 3 medium ones, right? So you could do one or the other.
Because it was the pauldron design, and if I remember correctly, the pauldron design also came with like the full sleeve cover, right?
It did, as an option.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, so you've got the pauldron, so that means you got 1 medium scale left.
Okay, so does it matter which one I take? Because it's 2 purple and 1 green.
Entirely up to you.
Okay, I will say that we use the purple.
I got one question.
Mm-hmm.
You made a cape or a cloak?
I guess technically it would count as a cloak because it is somewhat heavier than a cape. It provides more protection.
Yeah, but if it's a cloak, that means it also has a hood.
Well, this does not have a hood.
So then it's a cape.
You want to call it a cape?
It will be
All
a
right.
cape.
It'll be a cape.
Okay, it's a cape. All right.
That's the only real difference. If it has a hood, kids.
Oh, I named it Reggio's Wing.
Oh, look at us.
Gotta honor the man.
All right.
On the subject of the armor, since we were talking that over just now.
That means my cloak is gone, though. I know that.
Yeah. So, the base armor for both Ronnie's and Striker's getup is 16. Let me save here and go and add that to your characters.
You said the base armor.
That's the AC, right?
Give me a second. I've got to make sure that I'm copying this over.
Yeah, I gotta make sure everything is correct. This is what we have to do, kids.
Yeah. I was going more for the naming convention of the armor, though.
Well, technically what Striker has is scale mail.
Okay.
And what Ronnie has is plate mail. In my tool, I'm calling Ronnie's equipment Dragon Plate, and I'm calling Striker's equipment Serpent Scale and Cape. But that's just, my abbreviated system because I'm using Excel to track all of this.
No, that's fine.
Striker, your armor class is now 21. And Ronnie, your armor class overall is 20.
So from 17 to 21. Sweet.
And Noel will have to wait until he goes back to the other blacksmith to get all his details.
Is it next day yet?
It is next day.
Okay. I guess I could sleep before I go pick it up.
You said it's my serpent scale mail.
Yeah.
I figured out my scale armor. Mine says class 20. My scale armor was class 20. Well, he's just patching it up. The cutlass, he's sharpening the cutlass. He's doing like a not an overhaul,
so dragon
but
plate dragon plate armor with dragon bracers and dragon greaves. I'm assuming is how that would go, correct?
Basically, yeah. You like to separate that out into its constituent components. I consider it a set, a complete set.
Yeah, so I'll just put serpent scale mail armor. Pretty much.
Yeah. Only reason why I do that is in case there's ever a scenario where if I was running around like those two were at one point with, I have to piece something together on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do it.
So
was there a headpiece to go with that by any chance?
No, I don't believe you specified a headpiece.
I didn't think I did, but I just wanted to double check and make sure.
I think I did with mine, but yeah. Well, because it's a chain link thing, so it has, of course, had to make something.
All right, I'm almost through all of this stuff here. What is this?
So do I get rid of?
Why is this messed up?
So my armor right now that I still have is the cloak, the light armor, the what we call the 11 light vest. I still don't remember that for nothing. And a warrior vest. So I'm figure out.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
Figure that
makes
out.
more sense.
What was the other light vest?
I don't know why we called it 11. I don't know why did we call it that. I mean, no, we didn't call it 11. Elvin. Goddamn.
Elvin, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like
One of
somebody
you has had an
misspelled.
Elvin light vest.
Yeah, that would have been him, but
I can't remember. Did I get rid of it or did I stop? No, I didn't get rid of it.
no, that was part of your original armor set, wasn't it? And then you had the Warrior's light vest that you got when you were walking around trying to dress up playing soldier in Murad, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, I got the Elvin one after the warrior one.
G6.
Oh, I don't know.
And the cloak, I think that was Regios's.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah, so.
All right, so.
But my light armor is going to change into the.
Which you wouldn't have anymore because you gave that to Gadok to carry the head in. So you can.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Good, that worked.
I
All
remember.
right.
I gotta make sure I get rid of stuff that I don't need right now. So now that I got the scale mail armor, I can get rid of my light armor then. Oh, can it go on top of it? Oh wait, I'll see. This is the fun stuff, ladies and germs.
Oh, yes.
It's not all rainbows and sunshine over here. We gotta make sure we do this right.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to pick up my other weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sadly, the spear is going to be the best weapon you got now. You went to the wrong person. Again.
It's just going to be upcharged even more money.
All right. Everybody got everything written down in their character sheets to satisfaction?
I just want to verify one thing, just to make sure I had the information written down properly.
Mm-hmm.
So the Dragon Axe is +3 damage with 2d12 for the roll, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just need to verify that I had that absolutely down to a T and I didn't accidentally add something I wasn't supposed to.
These 3 things that I have, I just want to make sure. So my light armor, I can get rid of that one since I got the serpent.
I mean, you can keep it in your inventory.
Okay.
You just aren't equipped with it, yeah.
Okay. Then the Elven light vest and the warrior vest. Pretty much keep them. Got rid of the cloak. Got the serpent scale mail attack. It's 25. No, 21. Jesus Christ. I don't know that part. The cape. That's what it is. Where do we put that at?
That's part of your armor. I consider it to be a kit. So I don't separate the items. You can keep track of them as separate items. That's fine.
I mean, I was going to say, if you want to, you can always just add a thing on there for like a back piece or something, if you want to do it that way.
For whatever it's worth, the cape adds 1 extra point to your armor class over the serpent scale by itself.
Oh, that's why he has 21.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, we'd both be at 20.
Well, no, because he gets his armor class from a different stat than Ronnie does, because you're different classes. He gets his armor class from his dexterity. Ronnie, I think, gets it from Constitution or something like that. I don't remember.
And my Constitution is at 10.
All right, so I still got my 2 short swords, 1d6. I got a regular dagger, which just a dagger, so whatever. My unstoppable lightning enchanted bow. Has 1d. What was that? 1d. What was that supposed to be? But it says 10 plus 1, so I don't know. I forgot what we said that was.
Was that supposed to be a D10 on a roll?
I think it's 1d10 plus
Sorry,
1.
What was the question?
It's 1d10 plus 1.
For his dagger.
My dagger.
The dagger.
No, not my dagger, my bow.
The bow is 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah. So I'll make sure that was correct.
Okay.
And then 2d4. Before, and that's for my other dagger with the dragon.
All right. So while Mr. Ross is working through that, Noel,
I'm good.
gain 200 XP for your efforts in this smithing adventure.
Oh,
That should
nice.
put you at 2390.
Yeah.
Ronnie, gain 200 XP at 2215. Striker, gain 200 XP, which will put you at 2345.
Done and done.
All right. Well, I think all that's left is for you guys to go to the other blacksmith for Noel to pick up the remainder of his gear.
Mm-hmm.
As they're getting ready to ship out, Ronnie kind of runs over to Alka Eric and just hugs him.
He returns the hug and then sets you back down and grips your shoulders, looks at you real serious like for a moment. I don't know what it is y'all are going to do, but I hope that this gear makes sure you come back in one piece and that you give them hell, whoever they are.
Oh, we're going to give them hell, all right. And she ups up Regios's Wrath on one side, heps up Gravedigger on the other, turns to Noel and Striker and just, time to move out, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me...
Striker and Noel, Uncle Eric clasps each of your hands in turn and gives you a vigorous shake.
Hey.
You know, you weren't half bad today. You weren't half bad.
So even his handshake seems crooked. I love this.
He just gives you a knowing grin.
Thank you. I was like, can I have a hug too?
And he grabs you and squeezes you. Almost, you can feel your ribs creaking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go give him hell, lad. Go give him hell.
No, you should get a hug.
And he grabs you, without even asking it, like lifts you off the ground in a bear hug, even though he's like 2/3 your height.
Okay. Thank you.
Go get him, lad.
You know you loved it.
He does always give the best hugs.
It's the most physical touch you guys since your wife.
Ooh, harsh.
Yeah, like what's wrong with that?
Never mind. Let's go get your armor. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
And as they're leaving out, Ronnie actually takes Gravedigger and puts it in the armory. And just kind of, for now, and walks off.
All right. You guys head out to the other smith who's busy beating away at his anvil. Same as when you found him before, Noel.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look up as you approach, just pong, 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 as before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one sec. I think I dropped one of my dice. 1 second.
And this is what we call fail PG, people.
Oh yeah. This is Noel's
Let
moment.
the good times roll.
Well,
With no failing once again.
I was about to say, he can't roll because he ain't got no dice. Oh!
Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll a dice. Oh, wait a minute.
Wrong franchise. Well, no, now that I think about it, you guys are kind of like
All right, I found it. All right.
crap, what were their names?
Shot, lock,
Shock, lock, and barrel. Yes, that's it. You guys really are a lot like them, actually.
Does that mean we finally get to sing Kidnap the Santa Claus?
I mean, when you guys get on the boat.
Hey, there we go. We don't own rights to that song, but guess what? We're gonna sing it.
So, Noel, this is your part of the show. No,
Oh.
Earth to no.
He's getting into the character, I think.
Sorry about that.
He was getting into the zone. He's like, I am no.
Oh yeah, right. I'm like, hey, is my stuff ready?
Oh, it's you again. Yeah, your stuff's over here on the bench.
Oh,
And
nice.
he wanders over and starts pulling some things out. First, the scimitar, and he hands you that. You notice that the edge is nice and bright, freshly polished.
Nice.
Next up, the dagger, and he pulls out an extra long, rather fine-looking dagger, which he hands to you.
Oh, nice.
That fine dagger, by the way, is a 1d6 piercing damage dagger, as opposed to 1d4 for a typical dagger.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, and my scimitars is the same stats, right?
Yeah, scimitar's same stats.
Okay.
It's just that all the discoloration and stuff from when you were using it to hack those nasty vines in the tomb, that's been removed, and it's been polished to a bright sheen now.
Oh, no, nice. And then I got the new shield, right?
Yeah, the new shield, which is a steel round shield, not square. And that gives a +3 to your armor class versus the +2 that the square shield offered. And then he hands over your Zweihander, the shield breaker, which has been upgraded to 2d8 +1 slashing. It was originally, I believe, 2d6.
Yes.
And then finally, he hands you the upgraded scale armor, which now is it contributes 16 points to your armor class versus 14 before. So I have to go in here now and fix your. That's working correctly. It is. So now your armor class total for your character is 20 with the upgraded scale armor equipped, but without the shield. Because you don't have the shield equipped while you're wielding a two-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
So,
okay,
I believe that's all your stuff. Yep. Now, did you remember to deduct the 81 gold pieces, I think it was?
I have 281 after everything. I have 281 gold.
Oh, you know what? We didn't actually compensate Uncle Arak for all the materials he put into your tools. So, Stryker and Ronnie deduct 100 gold pieces each for your share of the materials.
Leo?
I will actually deduct a little bit more than that. I'm going to deduct 2.
Nope.
Oh, that has nothing about covering you. That's not about covering you.
Oh, it's like a family, like a
yeah, a family thing. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I won't.
That's fair. I think he had originally wanted a lot more than 100 gold pieces for Ronnie's.
Originally, all just for the armor itself, it was supposed to be like 500. But
that was also assuming he was going to do all the work.
Right.
So you did save him some on that. Okay. I believe you all are set. And we're coming up on 3 hours for this recording, so I think that's where we're going to leave it.
We'll go straight to the boat. Nope, we're going straight
to the boat?
Straight to the boat.
All right, you guys are heading straight to the boat.
To the boat.
You basically run into a column of men leaving the barracks as you are heading towards the boat.
Does it look like way more than 20?
No, it's 20 men plus 6 assassins and Burke and Atana at the head of the column.
I just want to know who the captain is. That's why I want to go straight to the boat. I want to know who the captain is.
Well, it's one of their rigs, so.
Come on.
Oh, that's
Serge,
right.
Flip a coin.
Oh, that's right. Those two. I forgot.
No, there's only one. There's only one left.
Oh, did Negros not get out? I thought Negros got out alive.
We haven't seen him since the incident.
Oh, that's right.
We only got Sharp, and we could just have a random person.
It is heads.
All right. You guys meet up with the column. Burke hails you as you guys are merge into the group heading towards the docks. And you continue on your way. Is there anything any of you wanted to say to any of the group in the column? Anything you want to do with the column before you get to the docks?
Ronnie is just trying to see if there's any familiar faces.
Give me a 12 side for perception. Noel, anything you want to do in this column of men? Some of whom you might know and have served with?
I just either shake their hand or say hopefully none of us die. That's what I said.
A couple of them mutter, "Oh yeah, good old Noel, known for his pep talks. He is real inspiring."
9, by the way.
Oh wait, I'm like, let me write a quick letter to my wife before I depart.
And Burke kind of rolls his eyes, but unsurprisingly, he reaches into his vest and pulls out a piece of parchment with a little wooden backing board and a quill and a small bottle of ink and hands them to you.
Oh, nice.
Burke comes prepared. He comes prepared.
How you doing?
This shows how long he served with Noel.
I'm just writing it down. Love you, darling. All right.
Burke takes his stuff back, folds up the letter, motions for one of the guards standing at the dock, hands this to him, glances at Noel, rolls his eyes, and the guard nods understandingly, like this is something they have done before, Without
the letter.
And he scampers off, and you guys get your first look at the ship. Oh, so Ronnie, you were looking through, and you noticed that Hal is in the group,
yes.
along with Kurt.
Yes.
Delrin.
Okay.
What was the name of the guy that got really badly banged up? I am struggling with his name right. Lem. That's it.
Lem.
Hey, let's go.
Lem's in there. And Cade.
Oh, we got everybody.
Yeah, the whole group, all the named characters. Don't ask me to name any more. I'll get confused.
She literally looks and sees Cade, Lem. She acknowledges Kurt and Dalrin.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, just nice to see you boys are still fit and alive.
They just sort of nod in your direction. That's about all the response you get out of them now.
And then immediately, as soon as she sees Cade and Lem, she immediately rushes over and just
and they give her pats on the back and some encouraging words, but before you can really have much in the way of conversation, you guys finally come to the end of the pier where your ship is waiting. And unlike a lot of the battle wagons and the heavy galleons that you saw serving in the blockade, this one is actually quite sleek. It has a narrow profile to it, 3 masts, and an array of what looks like 30 oars on each side. You can tell this thing is built for speed. And there's an array of people already on the deck, but it doesn't look like any soldiers. It just looks like crew. You seem to be the only company of soldiers that are going to be boarding today. And Stryker, you look towards the stern of the ship, near the tiller, where there is a small cabin, and there's a gentleman standing in front of the cabin door, leaning a bit on a crutch, but still has this sort of arrogant air about him, commanding. And
oh yeah,
2 of you lock eyes for a moment. It's Captain Sharp.
I get to play 2 people, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, welcome to my world.
And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight, ladies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. That was productive.
Yeah, you guys got a lot done.
That's what I wanted. I just wanted that part because I was like, I gotta know who the captain is.
Oh yeah.
I gotta be prepared for next week. We ain't gonna do that.
I mean, I think we all got what we wanted at the end. I got my little team back.
Mm-hmm.
I got Hal on the ship. And my captain.
But you didn't bring the sledgehammer with you to use on Hal, so
I don't need it. I got the dagger.
Oh, don't worry. Just remember to dig in and twist.
Oh yeah.
It'll be just like the good old days, right, buddy?
Hey, Hal, come on. You can't be mad at Hal. He was just a little thirsty and he had liquor in his system.
We still really don't even know if it really was Striker's girl or not.
Right, we don't even
That's the
know.
fun part.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Hal. He has no idea what he's getting into. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this crazy content that we create, and honestly, given the way this episode went, I don't know why you wouldn't enjoy this. This was fun. Make sure to hit that
really was
subscribe
fun.
button. If you want to hear when we make more crazy content, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that. Then the world will let you know when more failure has arrived.
Indeed.
And if you want Striker to kill Hal, leave a comment down below.
Comments, yep, on what should happen to Hal. Is he guilty?
Serpents?
Should he get the ban hammer? What happens?
Is
And
it the band hammer or the dead man's hammer?
I mean, one of the two, or the dagger in the ribs, or gets eaten by a serpent. I mean, it sounds like there's an awful lot of things.
I
he
mean,
can choose from.
I got some
Random
sharp
shovel
arrows
in the back of the
too,
head,
you know
maybe?
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who still has the shovel? Does Ronnie still have the shovel?
No, actually, she left all of his equipment with the Oracle. So Onwin has that stuff with her.
What use does a dragon have for a shovel? But okay.
I
Dragon with
mean,
a prohibition against weapons, and you gave her a shovel. Yeah, that's going to go well.
I mean, technically, it's a farming tool.
she can use it with that other dragon that she had up in there.
Oh yeah, use it as a paddle.
Wow.
Not exactly a sight I wanted to picture, but now it's in my head. Thanks, guys.
Dragon
And with
paddling.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And now that's going to be stuck in your nightmares. Dragon paddling. Good night.